near the third base dugout. The Harwich Fund is a permanent endowment funded by generous residents and businesses. Since 2021, it has donated over $110,000 in grants to local programs exclusively benefiting Harwich residents of all ages. For the third year, 3 area businesses, My Generation Energy, Harry Ellis Builders, and tonight's donor, Shaw's Star Market, will contribute $500 to the Harwich Fund for every Mariner home run. In addition, for each Mariners home run hit this season here at Whitehouse Field, $50 is donated to the Family Pantry of Cape Cod by Monomoy Real Estate and Construction and Pretty Picky Properties Select Vacation Rentals. Pretty Picky and Monomoy, the team with everything you need to hit a real estate home run on Cape Cod.
And Harbor Hawks here on First Responders Night here at Whitehouse Field alongside Luke Brenneman, Milo Hoffman. Now, Luke, offense for this Mariners team over the last couple of games has been a struggle, averaging just over 2 runs in their last 4 games. So what do you think they need to do to start to pick it up on the offensive side?
Well, get guys on base. This is a team that thrives by getting guys on base, second in the league in walks and then first in stolen bases. So they've been productive when guys have been on, and they've also scored the second most runs in the Cape Cod Baseball League. So it's not like saying Harwich has lost their sauce. 9 runs in 4 games, definitely not ideal. They've lost 3 of those 4. But a chance against a Hyannis team that has the highest ERA on the league as a pitching staff to maybe get some of those runs back and especially get back in the win column tonight.
Last time the Mariners played Hyannis, it was a 10-6 Harwich win, so trying to keep that momentum into today against the Harbor Hawks. Now, on the Hyannis side of things, you mentioned the pitching. It's been a struggle so far this season, but they're hitting. They tend to hit a lot of home runs, but not for the highest average.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of a bomber-bust type of team. That's what a lot of people say the new era of big league baseball can be, whether it's a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But they don't walk, and they don't really hit for average. They're 209 as a team. That's 9th in the Cape Cod Baseball League. One of those nights where I think if Harwich throws a lot of strikes, they're going to have success on the hill. And then we mentioned it just a second ago. If you're going to score, this is the team to do it against. I think it's a good recipe tonight.
Mentioned throwing a lot of strikes. Jackson Peavy will start off on the hill for the Mariners. What are you looking forward to seeing out of him?
Peavy's been excellent, kind of just more of the same. Jackson's now gone over 7 innings pitched without surrendering his first run on Cape Cod. The rising sophomore out of Georgia only got to pitch 3 times at school, but that's what the Cape League's good for. You get rare opportunities, maybe a chance to show off to the scouts, but also prove to yourself that you can compete at the collegiate level because some of these guys like Peavy are so young at school that they didn't get the chance to play much, and Jackson's been marvelous here in Harwich.
It's a big start for him today. Mariners trying to get back in the win column after losing 2 in a row in 3 of their last 4. First pitch is at 6:30 here at Whitehouse Field. We'll be on the call. Stay tuned to Cape League TV.
I'm Lily Reisman. We're here with one of our newest Mariners, Braden Jackson. Braden, 3 for 5 last night at the plate with a batting average of .444. What's working?
Just going up there with a simplified approach and just trying to put the ball in play hard and really just get along with these guys. It's one of the best leagues out in the summer, so I'm just having fun playing baseball with them.
And it was your first night playing defense. What's it like to be behind the plate playing against some of the best batters in the country?
I mean, catching's my position, and I feel like I take a lot of pride in my defense, and just being out there catching a bunch of good dudes on our team, I have a lot of fun with it, and just to be out with the guys is super cool.
And you played a little bit with Luke Morgan, who's one of your teammates from Oregon. Can you tell me a little bit about what it's like experiencing this with him?
Yeah, super cool. He got in a couple days ago as well, just like I did. And Luke's a great guy. Just to have him out here throwing his curveball and seeing him throw some fastballs as well. It's just super cool to have him out, and glad he's able to pitch yesterday.
And what are you looking forward to the rest of the summer?
Hopefully winning a lot of ball games and having good ABs and playing good defense with all these guys on the same team. So,
well, good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's a gorgeous day here at Whitehouse Field in Harwich, Massachusetts, and it's just about time for baseball as the Mariners play host to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks on a Friday night and we're so glad to bring you all of the action alongside Luke Brenneman. I'm Milo Hoffman. Today is also First Responders Night here at Whitehouse Field. Should be a packed and ready to go crowd here at Whitehouse Field, and we are just about ready. And Luke, this team, the Mariners, have lost 3 of their last 4, so a little bit of a slide trying to get back on track today against the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, and I think that it's a good time. You get home to get back on track. There was some tricky stuff last week, Milo, earlier this week with the rain out and, an off day that you didn't have. You had to reschedule the game yesterday, and a tough one against Cotuit on the road, pretty far away. I think the friendly confines here of Whitehouse Field and a good crowd tonight, Friday night, First Responders Night. It's a good way to bounce back. But on the same note, a 2-game losing streak is not some new norm in Mariner baseball. This is a long summer. It's a 40-game regular season. It's just a part of the sport that your offense might go quiet for a little bit. But to your point, I think tonight's a good time to get back on track.
Well, you mentioned last night, Harwich was over in Cotuit and took on the Kettleers. Let's take a track back to see how that game went down here at Lowell Park.
Colin Larson got things started, his 3rd home run of the summer. This is a guy who continues to just impress, and he should be getting the attention of a lot of people. He has been dominant on Cape Cod.
And then Braden Jackson. This is just in the first inning, by the way. No out has been recorded just yet. That's a 2 RBI double down the line. His first couple of ribbies in a Mariner uniform, and it's 3-0 Harwich. But then Cotuit came storming back in the second. Landon Beaver with a 2 RBI single, and we're all tied up. And then the big bomb off of Noah Coy's bat. Luke, this was actually the first home run by Cotuit in their home park all season long.
And that made the game 8-3. Cotuit kind of just blew it open from that point on. Strong defense. This was a questionable call in this game, but Andrew Raber on the camera, that's a good shot right there. The Mariners were upset with that call as the game went on, and then finally the final out came here in foul territory. A tough 8-4 loss last night for the M's. But you got to give credit to Cotuit. I think there was a big error in the 4th inning from the Mariners. It made the game go 5-3, and then obviously we saw the Coy home run that blew the game up in the 4th inning. So a cleaner game tonight, and I think everything goes right for the Mariners.
Yeah, it was just
And
a
now the
rout
starting lineup for the
all
Harwich
night
Mariners.
long. And we'll send it
Harwich
down
is
to
managed
the
by
field
Steve
here
Engert.
at Whitehouse
He's
Field
assisted by Mark
for
Tebow,
events
Luke
with
Beckstein,
First Responders Night
Hunter
ahead of tonight's
Dillon,
matchup.
Joey Kraska and Steve Spitaleri. Leading off for the Mariners, the center fielder from Boston College, number 4, Colin Larson. Batting second, the second baseman from Florida, number 11, Cade Kurland. Batting third, the catcher from Oregon, number 6, Braden Jaska. Batting fourth, the designated hitter from Kansas State, number 22, Tyler Smolinski. Batting fifth, the third baseman from Kentucky, number 13, J.P. Peltier. Batting sixth, the shortstop from Cal Poly, number 12, Nate Castillon. Batting seventh, the left fielder from Washington, number 35, Jackson Hotchkiss. Batting eighth, the first baseman from UMass Lowell, number 18, Sean O'Leary. And batting ninth, the right fielder from Northeastern, number 3, Ryan Garrity. The starting pitcher for the Mariners tonight from Georgia, number 2, Jackson Peavy. Fans, as we continue celebrating America's 250th birthday, please join us in recognizing the dedicated men and women who serve our communities every day. Tonight, we are honored to welcome members of the Harwich Police Department, Harwich Fire Department, the Massachusetts State Police, Representative Stephen Zierhaus, participants from Big Nick's Ride for the Fallen, and all veterans and first responders joining us here at Whitehouse Field. The Mariners would also like to extend a special thank you to Cape Shark for sponsoring tonight's game and for providing commemorative t-shirts to our veterans and first responders in attendance. Fans, please rise as the Massachusetts State Police Honor Guard presents our nation colors. Here to perform our national anthem tonight is Massachusetts State Police Trooper Legene.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the realms of the free and the home of the brave.
Fans, please remain standing as the Massachusetts Color Guard retires tonight's flags. Thank you. Fans, it is now time for tonight's ceremonial first pitches. Joining us on the field tonight, representing the Harwich Police Department, Patrolman Drew Ridenauer. Representing the Harwich Fire Department, Deputy Chief Craig Thornton. Representing Big Nick's Ride for the Fallen, Emily Stevens. Now let's see some strikes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give all of our tonight's honored guests a warm round of applause.
Quite the scene here at Whitehouse Field as the first responders here are honored ahead of the Mariners and the Harbor Hawks. And we're just about ready for
Harwich
baseball
Mariners,
as
the Hyannis
everyone is
Harbor Hawks, the Cape
exiting
Cod
the
Baseball
field
League, and the
after a couple of
strongly
first
promote
pitches.
Good sportsmanship by student athletes,
Milo Hoffman
coaches,
here
and
alongside Luke
spectators.
Brenneman. And the Mariners are trying to get back on track after losing back-to-back games here. First to Brewster, most recently to Katuitt. It'll be Jackson Peavy on the hill for the Mariners, making his second start of the season. Pitcher out of Georgia so far this summer in the Cape. He has pitched 3 games, so 2 appearances not as a start. 7.1 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks for Jackson Peavy, the lefty on the hill. And he'll spin to a Hyannis Harbor Hawk lineup that is towards the bottom of batting average and most of the offensive stats, but they do hit a lot of home runs as we go through the lineup. Taylor Kirk leads things off, the UCLA product and shortstop. Jax Jimenez, the Oregon product, playing right field today. Caden Miller batting third at first base out of UTSA. It'll be Jordan Lodice, the third baseman out of Georgia Tech. Matt Eichnick out of West Virginia, the DH, is batting fifth. It'll be Blake Primrose, St. Joseph's man, is doing the catching. 7, 8, and 9. Charlie Bates out of Stanford is playing center field. J.C. Davis out of Rice is playing second base. And rounding out the Harbor Hawk lineup is Henry Zener out of USC Upstate, and he is playing left field.
For Hyannis, the shortstop from UConn, number 34, Taylor Kirk.
Harbor Hawks in their bright orange jerseys with the white pants. Mariners tonight in their cream white uniforms with the high red socks. It'll be a left-on-right matchup here to start off the top of the first. Peavy's ready. Kirk is ready, and let's do it. First pitch is a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1. We start at 6:33 p.m. An overcast day here in Harwich. A breeze is out, not too hot, not sunny at all, as the 0-1 comes in. Pop down the right field line, foul territory. The right fielder Garrity gives it a look, but it's in the stands, and the count is 0-2. Kirk comes in, a 160 hitter, no homers and 3 RBIs. Playing shortstop today for the Harbor Hawks. Hyannis off of a 9-1 loss yesterday to Falmouth. They just mustered up 4 hits, struck out 14 times at the plate. As there's a slight delay, home plate umpire Mike O'Leary steps off behind home plate. Mike O'Leary joined by Mike Hingyosa over at first base, and Joe LaBella is manning third, the umpire crew for tonight's game. Peavy ready, counts 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches and a strikeout for Jackson Peavy to begin the ball game tonight here in the top of the first.
The right fielder.
Good start for
Oregon,
Peavy.
number 32,
He's been wonderful
Jax
all
Jimenez.
summer. I mean, you talked about it now, 7 2/3 yet to give up a run. Talked about it in the pregame show. If you didn't see Trident talk, just a guy trying to feel out college baseball. I know this is summer ball right now, and a lot of guys use the Cape League as a time to play a little bit before they get drafted to the bigs. But Peavy didn't pitch much at school.
He deals to Jimenez, chops it right side of the infield. Second baseman Curland is there. Charges, throws high, but it's brought down by an O'Leary in time. And there's 2 gone. So first pitch swinging from Jax Jimenez, and 2 quick outs here, just 4 pitches into this ball game.
Yeah, it's interesting. You mentioned that Hyannis offensively, they're towards the bottom third in just about every category besides their league-leading home runs. And all you got to do is look at the first 3. The batting average, 160, 194, and here's Miller, who hits a $180.
He does have 3 home runs, though, does Miller. Left-on-left matchup, pitch. A little blooper left side. That'll get down for a base hit. Off the inside of the bat, it's fielded and thrown back in by Hotchkiss, but a 2-out single for Caden Miller, and that 180 average skyrockets just a little bit.
I will say, back-to-back hitters for Hyannis, Milo, have swung at the first pitch. And that's something that Harwich needs to be ready for a lot tonight, because this is a team, and whether it's Mitch Carricker, their manager, that tells them to be aggressive at the plate, they come into every single game trying to hit. They're not trying to get on. They're last in the league with their 77 walks drawn as an offense. So I will say there's a level of respect that comes with that, and maybe development in the summer leagues where they're trying to get on by hitting the ball.
Pitch is high and wide to Jordan Lodis, the third baseman. Yeah, 4 of the 19 home runs by Hyannis so far this season have come on the first pitch. They're hitting .291 off the first pitch in at-bats. Peavy long pause, and he fires. There's a strike at the knees, and the count is 1-1.
Peavy's going to mix it up quite a bit. Has 2 different types of fastball, the sinking fastball and the four-seamer. Then he'll also throw in a nasty slider, but his changeup is his strikeout pitch.
1-1's the count. Here's the offering. Inside. That one looked like a fastball there from Peavy. That left-on-right changeup tends to work most for Peavy. Right now, a chance to go to it against Lodis, hitting .269 this season. 3 home runs and 5 RBIs. Pitch home. A strike on the inside corner, 94 on the gun, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, something about the rising sophomore. He might be young, but he is not afraid. Peavy has pounded the zone this summer. When he's behind, he's gotten back in counts. A good 2-1 fastball.
Peavy steps off just momentarily. A big shift on the righty Lodis in the box. Curlin, the second baseman for the Mariners, is playing about 5 feet to the right of the second base bag. That's just it. A big hole on the right side of the infield. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. A beautiful curveball from Jackson Peavy. Make that 2 strikeouts in the inning. And down go the Harbor Hawks. 1 hit, 1 man left on base. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the first. And the Mariners coming to bat on Cape League TV.
Lineup and pitcher.
Back here at Whitehouse Field as we head to the bottom of the first between the Harbor Hawks and Mariners. Still no score. And the Mariners are coming to bat for the first time this evening. And the lineup for tonight reads Colin Larson leading off. Playing center field yesterday, Larson had a big day at the plate against Katuitt. He went 2 for 3 with a solo home run. It was a leadoff home run. Behind him, Cade Curlin, the second baseman. Braden Jackson doing the catching for the second time in his Mariners career, hits third. Ty Smolinski, the cleanup man, comes in just 4 of his last 19. He's the DH tonight. J.P. Peltier is batting 5th and playing 3rd. Nate Castellone at shortstop bats 6th. Jackson Hotchkiss is in left field. He bats 7th. And Sean O'Leary batting 8th at 1st. And rounding out the Mariner lineup is Ryan Garrity playing right field. He's back in the lineup for the Mariners, and they'll face off against Raymond Olivas, the starting pitcher for the Harbor Hawks this season. An 8 1/3 innings pitched, a 4.32 ERA, 6 strikeouts, and that very impressive no walks. Olivas plays at University of California, Santa Barbara during the collegiate season. This is his first outing against Harwich so far this summer. His latest appearance on the mound came on the 4th of July. He got the win against YD, went 4 innings, gave up just 2 hits and 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts in that game. And he deals to a Harwich Mariner lineup that's just trying to get going
Leading
once
off
again.
for the Mariners,
Yeah, and I think that
from Boston College,
it starts at the
number
top,
4,
but the way you
Colin
finish
Larson.
off teams is at the bottom, Milo. And Katuitt last night, en route to their 8 runs, they had production from the top to the bottom of the lineup. Jacksaw and Larson provided runs for the M's, but that was it. And it was it after the first inning. I mean, they scratch across 1 when it didn't really matter all too much late in the game, down by 5. But tonight, you need 9 innings of effort from this offense and maybe get out of this skid they've been on.
Olivas fires. First pitch is upstairs, and it's 1-0 on Larson. Yesterday, the Mariners scored 3 runs in the top of the first before an out was recorded against Katuitt. Olivas brings his glove to his eyes and fires. There's a strike on the outside corner, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Larson yesterday started off the ball game with a bang, a solo shot deep to right center field, his third of the season. Ended up going 2 for 3 yesterday. Here's the 1-1 offering. Upstairs, and it's 2-1. You notice Olivas has that slow delivery. He actually steps back before he comes home. Almost reminds me of like a Yamamoto type delivery on the Dodgers.
Not
it's
a bad
slow.
guy to be like.
Exactly. 2-1. Downstairs. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about pitchers to model your game after, Yamamoto is certainly at the top of the list.
It's definitely deliberate.
Yes.
And he's not doing the Cueto or Cortez where he's pausing and trying to throw off the timing. It's consistent. It's just a long windup.
3-1. There's a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, it seems like everything is calculated in his delivery.
Well, he hasn't walked a batter yet this summer, like you mentioned. Larson leads this team now with 15 base on balls, so this will be a unique battle here in the full count pitch.
Larson also hitting .328 this season, best on the team. Payoff pitch. High pop, left side of the infield, foul territory. Lodis, the third baseman, gives it a look, but it's in the stands. And it comes close to hitting the fire truck that's situated just beyond the fence out there down the left field line. Of course, tonight is first responders night here at Whitehouse Field. Awesome ceremony before the game. 3 first pitches, an excellent national anthem. 3-2's the count here, nobody out, bottom of the first, no score. Here's the offering. Hammer deep to right field, but that's hooking foul. Larson tried to hijack that fastball up there. Maybe has hopes of hitting another leadoff bomb here back-to-back days.
Might be small in that lefty box, but he is powerful. Look at him just kind of slap his hands towards the ball, but it's that lower half that he gears up and can step into it before the hands. You want to get the barrel out in front, and Larson does that.
Payoff pitch is fouled right back. So Larson battling up there to start this ball game on the offensive side for the Mariners.
I feel like we give him so much credit every night, but I just feel like it deserves so much appreciation. Hitting .330 with 3 homers as the leadoff guy. You lead the team in walks. You've stolen a dozen bases. What has he not done? Because he might be the best defender on this team as well.
9th pitch of the AB is hammered to center field, but playable for Bates. He comes in a few steps, and now in very shallow center, he makes the play. That one just a shallow pop
The second
in center
baseman
field, and there's
from
one gone here in the
Florida,
bottom of the
number
first.
11,
A good
Cade
battle, though.
Curlin.
Give credit to Olivas. He was behind Larson 3-1, battled into a full count, and then was able to execute after Larson fouled off back-to-back strikes. Another one in the zone that Larson had to go after and eventually got the soft contact. That's a good start, you know, running the pitch count up into double digits, which is the first batter of the game, and that's what leadoff guys are supposed to be pesky in the box.
So here's Cade Curlin, pitch to him, is downstairs. Was not in the starting lineup, Curlin. Oh, it's called a strike, it seems, yeah. Oh, he swung. So it's 0-1 on Curlin. 0 for his last 7 is Cade. There's the pitch home. Curves in for strike number 2. Curlin comes in just a 204 hitter for the Mariners, a homer and 4 RBIs. 0-2. Chopped on the ground, shortstop. Kirk has it, fields and fires to first in time. And there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. So now Braden Jacksa is up, the catcher.
The catcher from Oregon.
And so far,
number
what
6,
we're seeing
Braden
from Olivas is
Jacksa.
exactly what we've expected. Pounds the strike zone. He only came in with 6 strikeouts. So not a guy who's going to rack up the Ks too much, but pitch to contact in 2 soft outs so far. Here's Jacksa. He chops it on the ground. Third base side, backhanded by Lodis. Across the diamond, throw is in time. Oh, that's a sparkler from Lodis over there at the hot corner. And the Mariners go down in order 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the first. Jaxa rolled over it. Lodiz from about as far away as possible, geared up and made the throw. We head to the second. Still no score on Cape League TV.
Scams.
We head to the second here at Whitehouse Field, and a reminder that Milton Cap is proud to power the Cape all summer long. Talk about a good start for both starting pitchers. Jackson Peavy back on the hill for the Mariners. He racked up 2 strikeouts in the top of the first. Did allow a 2-out single from Caden Miller, so he deals to 5, 6, and 7 in the Harbor Hawk lineup, starting off with Matt Hyannis, the DH out of West Virginia.
Leading off our
It'll be a left-on-left matchup to begin the frame.
Number 15, Matt Hyannis.
No score, Mariners and Harbor Hawks here in an overcast day at Whitehouse. Can't really see the sun. Clouds covering. Slight blue skies out to left. There's the pitch home. Slider is outside. It's 1-0. Hyannis in just 8 games played so far this season with Hyannis. A .333 batter. A homer and 5 RBIs. He's been good in limited time. 1-0. Fastball, a strike on the outside corner.
And that's the sign with Peavy. Falls behind, ball 1, and then he's able to just pound the zone, but it's not a get me over, here's just a cookie of a fastball. It's right on the corner.
1-1. Fouled right back, and it's 1-2.
And then you go from scraping the edge of the zone for called strike 1 to here's this up and in, just completely eats up Hyannis, the lefty hitter. 92 in on the hands isn't easy for anyone to hit.
1-2, a check swing and a slider outside. He went around, make that 3 strikeouts on the evening already through just 5 hitters for Jackson Peavy. And there's one guy here in the top of the second.
Yeah, really promising start so far for Peavy on the hill. He comes in with a
Joseph's,
load of confidence,
18,
but
Blake
in his 7
Primrose.
1/3 of scoreless baseball and 3 appearances coming into this start, strikeouts weren't really, the standout thing. You look at the Mariners starter from a couple nights ago, Riley Goodman. He's a punch-out pitcher. Peavy's soft contact, good and left on left out of the bullpen, but he's exploding tonight in the K column.
Pitch is way outside to Blake Primrose. Now the Mariners as a starting staff have pitched to a 4.34 ERA. That's 8th in the Cape, so bottom 3rd amongst 10 teams. Here's the 1-0. There's a strike. 88 miles an hour on the upper half of the zone. And it's 1-1. Yeah, it seems like every time Peavy maybe deals a pitch outside that first pitch in this at-bat, way outside, he settles back in and commands the zone again. 1-1. Curveball sinks in beautifully for strike 2. 78 miles an hour. It seems like it just freezes the hitter.
You don't want to get ahead of yourself. Top of the second inning, 1 out, but this is the best his stuff has looked in an inning and a third so far this summer.
1-2. Inside. Primrose has played just 2 games so far this summer, so this is 3rd. A 167 batter, no homers, and a single RBI. Bats from the righty side out of St. Joe's, the catcher today for the Harbor Hawks. 2-2. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Peavy. He's feeling it. And there's 2 gone here in the top of the second.
4 of his 5 outs in this start have come via the
number
punch
11,
out.
Charlie Bates.
I mean, he's He's not overpowering. 6'3", 180 pounds. He's lengthy. He's flexible. He kind of can throw from that side 70% slot. And, man, when he just effortlessly can pump in 93 on a fastball for a first pitch strike, the breaking stuff has been there.
Pitch to Bates is down the middle for a strike. He's taken after Peyton Soski a couple days ago at Brewster. Remember, he struck out 5 batters in 6 plate appearances. 0-1. Inside. 95 miles an hour from PV. You could tell he's got some extra zip tonight, moving around on the mound. Steps off now just to take a moment to himself.
He's got some serious extra zip tonight.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the sinker's coming in at 93. It's right around 90 in the stats coming into the start.
1-1. A fastball rings the outside corner. It's 1-2.
And the mixing and matching of the fastballs, whether it's the sinking fastball or the true four-seamer, is also keeping hitters guessing.
1-2. Outside, PV trying to strike out the side and make it 5 strikeouts here through just 2 innings. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. No score. Mariners and Harbor Hawks here, top of the second. PV back on the hill. Turns and fires. Chopper back to PV. He jumps, gloves, and flips to first in time. How about a smooth first 2 innings for Jackson PV on the hill for the Mariners. 1-2-3 go the Harbor Hawks. Still no score as we head to the bottom of the second on Cape League TV. Welcome back to Whitehouse Field as we head to the bottom of the second. Still no score between the Mariners and Harbor Hawks. I'm Milo Hoffman alongside Luke Brenneman. Raymond Olivas, the starter for Hyannis, takes the mound once again. He worked a very smooth 1-2-3 frame in the first. Not a strikeout, but induced 3 very soft pieces of contact from Colin Larson, Cade Kurland, and Braden Jacksa. Now 4, 5, and 6 in the Harwich lineup.
For the Mariners, the DH from Kansas
It'll
State.
be Ty Smolinski to start off, the
Smolinski.
DH today for the Mariners. Olivas, the righty on the mound, deals to the lefty Smolinski. Peels his glove to his eyes, kicks back, and comes home. Downstairs with an 83-mile-an-hour off speed, and it's 1-0. Still thinking about Jackson Peavy on the hill through just 2 innings of play so far tonight. How
Made
about
the nice
4
defensive
strikeouts?
play.
Yeah. Last out of the frame, 1-3 put out. 1-0. High and tight. It's 2-0. And that's something that the Mariners are trying to get going is the pitching. Yesterday, Cooper Walls, the starter, just 2 1/3, gave up 4 runs, walked 4 against Katuitt. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Downstairs, just missed, and Mike O'Leary, the home plate umpire, was shaking his head, saying, "Uh-uh-uh."
Looks like a dad playing catch with his aspiring son of a pitcher. Like, that's not there.
Remember my dad, if I sailed a throw over his head, he'd just put his head down, make me run after
Go get it.
Yeah. Here's the 3-0 offering. That one missed again. The head shake from Mike O'Leary. And it's a walk for Ty Smolinski here to begin the bottom of the second. And that walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free.
13,
Every
JP
program, no
Peltier.
tuition or fees for those that qualify. CapeCod.edu/free for more. So a good start to the inning for the Mariners. Smolinski off of first, and now J.P. Peltier, the hitter. Olivas from the stretch. Smolinski runs, pitches downstairs, throw to second, is not in time. How about the 7th stolen base for Smolinski this season? He's now 7 for 8. And Harwich has a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
I like the aggressiveness early on in this game. We talked about the offensive struggles the last couple of nights. Get a guy on, heart of the order up, RBI king. You know, maybe you wait for Peltier to get a hit. No, Steve Englert and the Mariners are sending Smolinski, guy in scoring position with nobody out.
1-0. Outside, it's 2-0. We talked to Steve Englert before the game. He said, you know, we just got to hit with runners in scoring position. That's what's going to be the difference. 20 runners left on base for the Mariners over the last 2 games combined. 2-0. Popped up. That'll stay in the infield right side. J.C. Davis, the second baseman, is there. Camps under and he makes the grab for out number 1 here in the bottom of the second.
And to his point, Milo, when you get the leadoff man aboard in an inning and he steals a base, you don't even need a runner in scoring position hit. It's more of a 2-man wrecking crew where if Peltier in that at-bat could hit a ground ball to the right side or a fly ball deep enough to right field and advance Smolinski to third, that's a win. But now you need a base hit still with 1 out.
Here's Nate Castellon, the hitter. He looks at a fastball strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Mariners 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position yesterday. That's not going to cut it. Big shift on the righty, Castellon in the box. There's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner, 82 miles an hour.
Castellon's a fighter, down 0-2. He doesn't strike out much, puts the ball in play a ton. There's a big hole on that right side of the infield. Maybe he can punch one through.
5 walks to 3 strikeouts this season for Castellon. 0-2. Chopper left side, third baseman Lodis charges, gloves, and fires to first. It's a skipper, and it's not scooped up by Miller. So an error on Jordan Lodis, and Castellon is safe at first. Smolinski stays put at second, and now 2 on for the Mariners in the bottom of the second frame. Still no score.
The left fielder from
Mini
Washington,
backbreaker
number
here
35,
for the Harbor
Jackson
Hawks.
Hotchkiss.
After you get the guy at second with nobody out, you get a big pop out for out number 1. Here's the ground out that should be the second out. And now you're just a hitter away from getting out of the frame. For the Mariners, a chance to capitalize on the opposition's mistake.
There's Hotchkiss. Pitch. Outside. 1-0 on Hotchkiss. Just 3 for his last 20 at the plate. Did have a double yesterday against Katuitt, did Hotchkiss. 1 for 4, 3 strikeouts. There's the offering. Pops it up right side, foul territory. Miller, the first baseman, gives it a look. So does the catcher, Primrose, but it's in the bleachers, and a couple fans have to avoid getting hit by that one. And it ricochets into the woods behind us here at the press box.
Good crowd tonight. Friday night crowds. I think we've seen our best crowds on Sunday nights.
Yeah,
A
Sunday
lot of
night
the
baseball.
local crowds.
Yeah. Right. 'Cause
Even the weekdays have been doing solid here.
I mean, listen, Luke, this is Harwich Mariners baseball. It's the Cape Cod.
5
Every
games
day's gonna
over
count.
500.
1-1. Runners go. Breaking ball, foul tapped at the plate. And it's 1-2, and runners have to go back to their respective bases.
Yeah, Hotchkiss got a hanging breaking ball and just tried to step right into it. I think he was barely under it, maybe a little bit too far in on the handle where it just spun back into the netting. Both runners got huge jumps. If he would have just taken strike 2, I think they're both safe.
Hotchkiss does have 2 home runs so far this season. 1-2. Uncorked deep to left field. Zener back, but he has room, and he makes the grab. Both runners stay put at the bases. And another hanging breaking ball that Hotchkiss just missed. He takes a slow jog back to the dugout, and now there's two
The
gone.
first baseman.
Couldn't
from
really
UMass
tell from up
Lowell,
here,
number
but
18,
knowing
Sean
Hotchkiss's power,
O'Leary.
maybe just a little bit off the end of the bat. Get another look at this one. You're right, breaking ball. Just a little bit towards that top of the cylinder can take a lot off of it. I think what every guy says coming from college in the aluminum bats is with the wooden bats, if you just miss the sweet spot, you get punished for it. In college, you can miss it by a little and still get away with one.
Pitch to O'Leary, swing and a miss. 0-1. Hotchkiss is someone that feels like even if he misses it a little bit, it might go out.
And he has that type of power.
Both home runs so far this season for Hotchkiss have been to the opposite field. 0-1 to O'Leary. Airs the pitch. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-2. So it's Castellone off of first and Smolinski off of second. Two gone here, bottom of the second. Still no score between the Harbor Hawks and the Mariners. Lights are on at Whitehouse Field. 7:01 p.m. 0-2. Blooper, shallow left field. Zener charges. That ball's in no man's land, and it dunks in for a base hit. Smolinski scores. Castellone moves to third base. It's a bloop RBI single for Sean O'Leary, and the Mariners are on top 1-0 in the bottom of the second.
A little bit of lady luck. And credit to O'Leary, he has been the best two-out hitter on this team in runners on base situations. That's now his 8th ribby of the season. That's his 6th with a two-out RBI hit. And that's just clutch. That time maybe a little bit lucky, like you said, Milo, in no man's land, but it gets the scoring started, and nobody asked for pictures.
Pitch to Garrity is inside. I like that. Nobody asked for pictures. Hey, they all count the same. 1-0 Mariners, and they'll take it. Having lost 3 of their last 4 games, scored just 9 runs in their last 4 contests. 1-0's the count on Garrity. Airs the pitch. Breaking ball is there for strike number 1. 76 miles an hour from Olivas, the pitcher.
Look back to that error on the third baseman, Lodis. The Hotchkiss lineout should have been the last out of this inning. Mariners caught a break, and they've capitalized on that break. Can they do more?
Garrity has hopes of doing so, and he pops it up shallow left field. Lodis is there, the third baseman in foul territory. He makes the play to retire the side. But the Mariners get the scoring started here at Whitehouse Field. An RBI single from Sean O'Leary. And now the M's on top 1-0 as we head to the third on Cape League TV.
Official insurance partner.
We
of the
head
Cape
to
Cod
the
Baseball
third
League.
here at Whitehouse
Visit
Field, and the Mariners are on top
Baldwin.com/Rogers
1-0
Gray
over the
to
Harbor
learn more.
Hawks. So glad you're with us. Milo Hoffman alongside Luke Brenneman. Now this is the third meeting between these two sides so far this summer, and the last one came on June 25th. It was a 10-6 Mariner win. Colin Larson got that one started with a solo home run to lead off the game. He went 4 for 4. 2 RBIs on the day for Colin Larson. Ty Smolinski 2 for 5 at the plate. And Charlie Bussey, who's no longer with the team, 1 for 3. Chet Lax, the starter for the Mariners, went 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, and what was a shootout, but a victory in the end for Harwich.
Yeah, I think the Mariners have really capitalized offensively against Hyannis in the pair of games so far this summer. They score in the second to take the lead. It's funny that only 2 names on that entire list are still with the Mariners. kind of the intricacies of summer ball everywhere, but especially in Cape Cod. And
Leading off
credit
for the
to Harwich,
Harborhawks,
credit
the
to
second
Steve
baseman
Engler,
from Rice,
that with all
number
the ins and
17,
outs,
JC
still
Davis.
5 games over 500, plug and place, find new guys. GM Alex Lum does a lot of that work behind the scenes. Credit to him as well.
That's what comes with Cape League baseball. Pitch to J.C. Davis. Is popped up left field. Hotchkiss comes in, shortstop. Castellón is there, but Hotchkiss makes the play in the end. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the third.
I mean, everybody. J.C. Davis, that was just his 11th at-bat as a Hyannis Harbor Hawk, whether it's their individual scouting report tonight on
The left
PV
fielder
or
from
just what we
USC
talked about in the
number
opening inning,
41,
Milo. This is a
Henry
team that is
Zahner.
going to try and hit every pitch that they feel is in the zone or a good one. They don't lay off. They're not going to see pitches, and that's got to keep the Mariners on their heels tonight.
Pitch to Zahner is outside, and it's 1-0. You look at the Harbor Hawks team batting average, just a .221 mark. That's 8th in the Cape. They walk only 77 times to this point in the summer. That's last. 1-0. Outside, that was yanked. And it's 2-0. It's crazy to say a 2-0 count. It's really the first time we've seen Peavy seem a little bit not in control on the mound.
Yeah, he's really only missed low and away so far. Small sample size, just the top of the third. See if he comes back to one of those fastballs.
2-0. Zahner pops it up. That'll stay in the infield behind home plate. Jackson, the catcher, is there. Disposes his mask, and he makes the play for out number 2.
And those are the type of outs in the aggressive mindset at the plate that
UConn,
maybe
number
someone
34,
counters
Taylor
that philosophy
Kirk.
of being aggressive and saying, you're ahead 2-0. Why not just battle and fight your way on, and maybe the pitcher makes a mistake? You got a center cut fastball. He just missed it. But when it's not working, like we've talked about their low batting average, it's definitely not pretty.
Right, because then it's like, well, why are you swinging at every
Exactly.
pitch? Here's the offering to the leadoff man, Kirk. It's a strike. Curveball downstairs in the zone.
It's just a nasty first pitch to start a guy off with. You always talk about those looping curveballs, one that starts up and away and comes down for a strike at the knees.
0-1. Downstairs, 87-mile-an-hour pitch. So 1-1. 1-0 Harwich here in the top of the third. Run came off an RBI single from the Mariner first baseman Sean O'Leary. It was a blooper in shallow left that just found grass. 1-1. That's hit well out to left center field. Larson, the center fielder's there, but called off by Hotchkiss, the left fielder, who makes the grab in the gap, and that retires the side. Jackson Peavy continues to dominate here in the early going, a 1-2-3 frame as we head to the last of the third. Still 1-0 Harwich on Cape League TV.
Founded in 1855,
We head to the bottom of the third here at
at
Whitehouse Field, and the Mariners still hold a 1-0 lead over the Harbor Hawks. So glad you're with us on this Friday overcast evening alongside Luke Brenneman, Milo Hoffman. It's still Raymond Olivas on the hill for Hyannis, the starter. He deals to the top of the Mariner lineup, starting with Colin Larson.
The center fielder from Boston College, number 4.
So far,
Colin
the highlight
Larson.
of the day has been Jackson Peavy, the Mariners starting pitcher, who through 3 innings has faced just 1 over the minimum. Olivas kicks back and fires home. Chopped on the ground, first base side. Miller's there. He scoops, tosses to Olivas, who covers in time. And there's one gone. Did you see that throw from Olivas after
The second
he
baseman
caught
from
the
Florida,
out?
number 11.
He zipped it over the shortstop,
Curlin.
Kirk, almost like he was throwing a pitch.
Olivas has done a nice job tonight. A lot of soft contact. Something that's hurt Olivas in college, and if you dive into his stats, he gave up 38 hits in 33 innings pitched, which is a lot of hits. But that ERA just at 3.74. So he's comfortable, and I mean really comfortable, working with guys on base, executing out of traffic. He almost was out in the second inning, but an error kept him in it.
Pitch to Curlin, a line drive to left field, looping, and that one gets down for a base hit down the left field line. Curlin, a big turnaround first, steams into second, slides, and safely. It's a one-out double for Cade Curlin, and the Mariners are back in business here in the bottom of the third.
Good to see him find extra bases again. It feels like it's been a while
The
since his
catcher
homer, and it's
from
been a really
Oregon,
long time since just a regular
number
double or
6,
extra base hit.
Braden
Now his third of the
Jackson.
summer. He's kind of got out in front of that, what we were talking about earlier, getting the barrel ahead of his hands. And with his raw power, just kind of muscling it down the line, beating it out. Good throw from Zener, though. It was a closer play than I expected it to be at second base.
Curlin had the day off yesterday, back in the lineup today. Pitch to Jacksa. There's a curveball down low. Curlin danced off of second, thought about taking third, but retreats back. Jacksa is 4 for 10 so far in 3 games as a Mariner. He grounded out to third back in the first inning on what was a sparkler of a play from Lodis, the third baseman. Check back to Curlin at second is not in time. Curlin over there has 6 stolen bases, 6 of 8 on the season for the LSU product, just transferred over from Florida. Long pause, and here's the pitch home. Popped up, right side of the infield in foul territory. First baseman Miller is there. Now he camps under and he makes the grab about 10 steps in front of the Hyannis dugout, and there's 2 gone.
So far tonight, when the Mariners have had a runner at second in a
The
one-out or less
designated hitter
situation,
from
that's now
Kansas
the
State,
second
number
time.
22,
Olivas
Tyler
on the mound has
Smolinski.
induced infield pop-ups. He seriously is a clutch pitcher, and I think I say that with confidence and certainty because it's in the numbers. It's kind of just his bread and butter where, you know, he's throwing so many strikes, he's not going to walk you. There's going to be hits, but he can get out of it.
Here's the pitch to Smolinski, high and tight. You talk about those infield pop-ups. That was the 3rd infield pop-up induced by Olivas on the mound this evening, or just in the 3rd inning. Smolinski walked back in the 2nd, trying to bring home Curlin here in the 3rd. Swings and a miss on a curveball downstairs, and it's 1-1.
No easy task here with one of the best players on Cape Cod and Smolinski. See if the Mariners cleanup hitter can cash in. It does feel like he's been at that 10 ribby mark for the last couple of nights.
Those 10 ribbies, second most on the team. 1-1 inside, and it's 2-1. He's hitting .301. 4 for just his last 19, though. Kansas State product in the lefty box. Olivas comes set on the mound. He takes a peek at Curlin. Now comes home. Smolinski fouls it right back, and it's 2-2. It's been a lot more DH for Ty as of late. Seems like the infield for the Mariners is getting crowded with the addition of Nate Castellon. You got Cade Curlin over there who spends a lot of time at second base. JP Peltier.
Haven't seen Coates the last couple of days.
2-2. High and wide with the curveball, and it's 3-2.
I'm interested to see what JP Peltier, on that topic, is going to play next year at Kentucky because he didn't play only third base at Wright State this year. And now he's an everyday third baseman, and he's been maybe the best infielder the Mariners have had.
It's been impressive. Payoff pitch is a line drive to left center field. Center fielder Bates moves over in the gap, and he makes the play to retire the side. So the Mariners strand a one-out double from Cade Curlin. As we head to the 4th, it's still 1-0 M's on Cape League TV.
vacations.
First responders night here in Harwich. Who doesn't appreciate a first responder? A fool for more on a magnificent night tonight and pregame celebration. We send it down to our sideline reporter, Lily Reisenweber. Lily, take it away.
Thanks, Luke. Yeah, there are representatives from 5 different units here tonight. I talked to firefighter Alex McHugh before the game. He works for Harwich Fire and has for the last 3 years. He was with Brewster for 4 years before that. And he said, you know, they do this job to be there for the community. And the community support here tonight means a lot. He said the community rallies around the Cape Cod League, and for the league to recognize them is just big. Back to you.
Thanks, Lily. Great night. Just about every team here on Cape Cod does a first responders night. I would like to say that Harwich might do it bigger and better than everyone else. There were so many first responders out, whether it was the police, EMT, and a good representation of how much Harwich cares about their first responders while also having the people who are willing to give back to a community like this. And so far tonight in this one, the Mariners lead the Harbor Hawks 1-0. A lot of success coming out of the left arm of the starter on your screen, Jackson Peavy. Lefty out of Georgia's tossed 3 innings of one-hit baseball. He's got 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the Harbor Hawk lineup. Here's Jax Jimenez. Left on right matchup. Jimenez grounded out to the second baseman Kurland his first time up. And we're set and ready to go here in the 4th inning. Peavy comes home, first pitch, high fastball, 1-0.
Thing about Peavy is that you're not concerned if he falls behind in the count. It seems like he's just dominant, whether it's a 1-0 or 2-0 count, because he can recompose himself so quickly.
Comes home with a 1-0. That's a little bit outside. Another fastball from Peavy. It's 2-0. Jimenez, right fielder out of Oregon. So the guy right behind him, the Mariner catcher, Braden Jacksaw, a teammate of Jimenez at Oregon. 2-0, ground ball cue shot, first base side, that's foul. It's now 2-1.
You see the armor over the left shin right there and the left elbow. It's all Oregon Ducks at the plate right now.
Certainly stands out when primary colors of the Harbor Hawks are bright orange and royal blue. 2-ball, 1-strike count on the right fielder. Peavy, 2-1. High fly, shallow left field. Coming in quickly is Hotchkiss. He's called off by the shortstop Castellón. Makes the catch in the outfield grass. 1 down to start the 4th.
I mean, infield pop-up galore here so far
through
the first
Miller.
4 innings or so. I mean, it seems like it's just players getting under the ball. Nice pitching on both sides by PV and Olivas.
Left on left matchup here with Caden Miller, the first baseman. First pitch. Oh, that hit him. And that hit him hard. A fastball up in that lead shoulder. Miller looks to be okay. And he's going to grind his teeth down to first base. Just the second base runner of the night surrendered by Peavy comes on the Caden Miller hit by pitch with 1 out in the 4th.
Florida, number 10,
yeah, that one,
Jordan
I mean, just plunks you. You really got no time to move, too. When it hits you in the back, you kind of just freeze. There's nowhere to go.
Maybe worse spots to get hit than the back. 92, definitely not the pitch you want to get hit with. 1 on with 1 out. Top of the 4th, Mariners up by 1. Here's Jordan Lodice. First pitch swinging, he rips it into right center field. A big turn at second. Miller's headed to third. The throw is not cut off. And a 1-out knock from Lodice has runners on the corners for the Harbor Hawks with just 1 out in the 4th.
Yeah, that was blistered
The
off the
designated
bat.
hitter from West Virginia, number 15.
Let's see how Peavy
Matt
reacts to
Hyannis.
this little jam that he's worked himself into right now with 2 runners on the corners, but no doubt about that one. Lodice has been strong all year for Hyannis, average over 270.
Here's Matt Einish, DH out of West Virginia. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Corners come in the infield. First pitch slider outside. Ball 1. First test tonight for PV on the hill. Had only dealt with 1 base runner that was back with 2 outs in the first inning. Now he's got Lodice off of first, Miller the lead runner at third. 1-0. Up and in with the heater, 2-0. Miller, who's off a third, was hit by a pitch with 1 out in this inning. That broke a streak of 8 consecutive Harbor Hawks retired from Peavy. The 2-0, that's a good fastball right at the top of the strike zone. Peavy in the count now, 2 balls and a strike on Hyannis. Left on left, you would think favorable for the lengthy lefty out of Georgia, Peavy. Double play would end the inning. 2-1. No swing, a delayed steal, a delayed throw, and a stolen base for Lodice. He takes second, and more trouble brewing for the Mariners here in the fourth. Now 2 in scoring position, a 3-ball, 1-strike count with just 1 out for the hitter Matt Hyannis.
That was nicely executed there. And Jaxa, who recognized it late, still threw. A surprise that he still threw to second.
3-1. That's outside ball 4. First base was open after the stolen base from Lodice. Hyannis walks. Second free pass of the inning. The first was the hit by pitch. And now the bases are loaded with just 1 out for the catcher Blake Primrose.
The catcher from St.
So
Joseph,
far this
number
season,
18,
Hyannis
Blake
is hitting just
Primrose.
.213 with runners in scoring position. So they haven't been able to capitalize in moments like this.
Left on right matchup. Primrose just 1 for 7 in his small sample with the Hawks. First pitch swinging, fly ball, right center field. Larson crashing, makes the catch. Miller tags, the throw comes in. It's cut off by O'Leary, and this game is tied. A Primrose sacrifice fly to center field brings in Caden Miller, and it's a 1-1 game. Now 2 outs in the top of the fourth, but runners still at first and second for the Harbor Hawks.
Charlie Bates.
And the 2-year Hyannis Harbor Hawk Charlie Bates is coming up to the plate.
Yeah, I think you'll take that if you're the Mariners, still first and second, but a chance to get out of this and limit the damage. Look out for the first pitch here. Bates is 3 for 7 on first pitch.
First pitch is nowhere near the zone. Curveball missed high, and it's 1-0. Bates is having a better summer than last year. He actually leads this team with his .233 batting average. Has hit 2 homers, 4 runs batted in. The 1-0 skipped in the dirt. That's a solid block from Jacksaw behind the dish. It's now 2-0. Bates coming off his school year at Stanford in the ACC. Hit .272, 9 homers, 34 runs batted in. He was the everyday shortstop last summer and at the start of this, but he's playing center field tonight. Chance to give Hyannis the lead. 2-0 pitch, cut on, slow roller to second base. Curlin gobbles, fires, and that ends the inning. Bates grounds out, but not before a hit by pitch. A single from Lodice, a Matt Hyannis walk, and then the bases loaded sacrifice fly from Blake Primrose. It's a 1-1 game. Hyannis strands 2. We're headed to the 5th inning on Cape League TV.
Maybe the most like.
A 1-1 game here in Harwich. Time for the bottom of the 4th inning. Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount at Eastern Propane and Oil. Hyannis ties it up on an RBI sac fly in the top half of this inning. We've got a good one early on here on First Responders Night at Whitehouse Field. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. It's 5, 6, and 7 due up for the M's. J.P. Peltier
Leading off for
digs
the Mariners, the third baseman from Kentucky,
Raymond
number 13,
Olivas, the starter
J.P.
for the Harbor
Peltier.
Hawks, is back out there for his 4th inning of action. Longest he's gone so far this summer was on the 4th of July against YD. Got the win, went 4 innings of 2-hit, 1-run baseball against the best team in Cape Cod. YD's 18-2. He's got Peltier and the Mariners now. The 1-0, or pardon me, the first pitch is called a strike, 0-1. JP popped out to the second baseman Davis, his first time up. Oh, looping breaking ball, scratches the inside corner, called a strike. It's now 0-2.
YD already won today, 2-0 after 8 innings against Bourne.
Now 19-2. The 0-2, that's called strike 3. Fastball right on the outside corner. And Peltier goes down on 3 pitches to kick off the home 4th. Here comes
The
Nate
shortstop
Castellon.
from Cal Poly,
Yeah, that's
number
the
12,
first
Nate
strikeout of the
Castellon.
evening for Olivas. And just got Peltier looking there, kind of froze him in the box.
Right on right with Castellon, the shortstop. Reached on an air. First pitch, check swing. Home plate umpire Mike O'Leary says he went around. It's now 0-1. The lone run scored tonight for the M's came back in the 2nd inning. A 2-out RBI single from Sean O'Leary scored Ty Smolinski. It's 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Harwich 4th. Here comes the 0-1. Castellon gets into one right up the middle, but Davis was shifted there, and he makes the throw for the 2nd out. So a strikeout and a ground out, and there's quickly 2 outs and
Washington,
nobody on
number
for the left
35,
fielder Jackson Hotchkiss.
Yeah, Castellon always puts the ball in play. That one close to hitting Olivas on the mound, and who knows where the ball ricochets after that. So lucky it didn't hit the pitcher for Hyannis.
Win-win for Olivas. Didn't get hit. Davis was also there to make the play. Here's Hotchkiss. First offering. Fastball cracked high and deep into right center field. Jimenez on the chase on the track, and he hauls it in to end the inning. Hotchkiss, for the 2nd time tonight, has just missed a home run. And this game stays tied at 1-1. We're going to the 5th inning in Harwich on Cape League TV.
Headquartered in Boston.
Back
the building
here
has more
in
than
Harwich,
10,000
time for the start of the
employees
5th
working
inning.
at more than
And it's 1-1
350
between the Harbor Hawks
locations across the
and the
continent.
Mariners.
To learn
And
more,
the 5th
visit
inning means
VeoliaNorthAmerica.com.
trivia time. Mariner fans out there, answer this question and tweet at us on our social media. Which former Mariner position player is a 2026 MLB All-Star starter? I hope the Mariner fans know this one, because I know this one.
I know this one.
Man, has he had a killer year.
Let's see how many times we can talk about him without saying his name.
Leading off for the Harbor Hawks.
I would give
the
a
second
hint, but I don't want to make
baseman
it too
from Rice,
easy.
Number
Yeah.
17, J.C. Davis.
8-9-1, due up for the Harbor Hawks here in the 5th inning. It's been a tight one. Jackson Peavy back on the hill. J.C. Davis, the second baseman, digs in. Peavy starts him off. Fastball at the knees. That's a little bit down low. ball one. Davis 2 for 11 so far in his young Harbor Hawk career, second baseman out of Rice. 1-0. That's way outside. Now 2-0. Peavy trying to out-duel or maybe go further than he did his last time out on July the 3rd. That was a 2-1 win against Brewster. Peavy started the game, went 4 2/3 of one hit, no run baseball. He's given up one tonight, surrendered 2 hits. Here comes the 2-0. Davis swings and misses at a fastball at his shins. It's now 2-1.
Now, Brian Matushat in the Mariner bullpen is starting to jog back and forth down the left field line.
Two on. That's up high, ball 3. Good sign for Peavy at least. The velocity there on that fastball, 93. The highest he's been tonight has been 93. Here comes the 3-1. That is way inside and spiked. Ball 4. Second walk of the night from Peavy, the second walk in that many innings. Maybe the control starting to slip for the lefty.
From USC
and the leadoff
Upstate,
man
number
aboard,
41,
J.C. Davis,
Henry
here
Zahner.
in the 5th.
Yeah, the leadoff walk is not what you want to do. Hyannis walks less than anyone in the Cape. Had just 77 coming into the evening, now at 79 after their 2 today. You can't give them any free passes.
Here's Henry Zahner, left fielder at a USC Upstate. Leadoff man aboard here. First pitch to Zahner, shows bunt, gets it down, third base side, crashing his Peltier. Can he make the play? No. An infield bunt hit for Zahner. And that's as good as it gets when it comes to bunting for a base hit. I'm not entirely sure he was even trying to get a base hit, maybe move that runner Davis over.
Fordham, number 34,
and
Taylor
trouble brewing in the 5th for the Mariners. First and second, nobody out.
I mean, that's a great bunt right there. Peltier did well. He gloved on the grass. Off-balance throw, just not in time.
Bunt hit.
Credit to Hyannis, just playing small ball, trying to manufacture runs.
Right. I was getting started. Zahner just hitting 180 on the summer.
Why not?
Why not lay one down? It worked there. 2 on, nobody out, top of the order, and Taylor Kirk up. First pitch, he shows bunt. I don't think he could have bunted that with a kayak. It's now 1-0.
Yeah, just trying to calm down Peavy on the mound right now. Jack's the only one out there. And this is one of those meetings where it's just, the catcher recognizing. You feel like your pitcher's maybe starting to lose control a little bit. Settle him down. No need for the entire infield to come out there right now.
Jacksaw sporting that navy blue new catching gear. You have to wonder, maybe he got that playing with Team USA.
Yeah, because
he's the Oregon Duck catcher. And I mean, they have so many uniforms, they might have a navy blue colorway.
I was going to say,
somehow.
They are not afraid to rep their school. And it always stands out because of the colors.
Here's Kirk, 1-0. He shows bunt again, high fastball check on the lead runner. A good try from Jacksaw, but Davis is back in time, and it's now 2-0 on the shortstop Taylor Kirk. Kirk transferring from Fordham to UCLA this offseason. And a big spot here in the middle innings in Harwich. 2 on, nobody out, a 1-1 game. Here comes the 2-0. That's inside with the fastball. It's now 3-0 to Kirk.
Coming into the evening, Hyannis had just one sacrifice hit on the year, which was tied for last in the Cape. Now, first place is Katuitt with just 5, so it's not something that happens too often, but they're going to it a whole bunch this inning.
3-0. Fastball down the middle. Peavy has a pulse here in this AB. It's now 3-1. Kirk only hitting 160 on the summer. 3 runs batted in. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. See if the lefty Peavy can challenge him here. 3-1 pitch. Shows bunt, gets it down, right back to Peavy. Peavy turns, only play at first, but he made it. A nice cover from the second baseman, Kurland. Both runners advance. Davis now at third, Zahner now at second. And there's 1 out in the top of the 5th for Jax Jimenez.
Yeah, right after that pitch was
number 32,
bunted down. Jax
Jimenez.
pointed right to first base. He knew it was going to be tough to try and cut down the runners at third or at second. So just take the out, and now Englert has a problem with home plate umpire Mike O'Leary.
And he's pointing at something that He's kind of just pointing everywhere now. But he does look somewhat upset. Maybe telling him to keep an eye on something that he's seeing right now.
You think you know what he's complaining about, but as the meeting grows longer and longer, you get more and more confused.
Be fun to mic him up for a game.
That would be, yeah, that would be fun. I heard you talking about maybe being mic'd up for the All-Star game out there shacking fly balls. That
could be fun.
That would be fun. We always talking about wanting to.
You know, the league's coming in for the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
The big leagues are coming in.
National TV broadcast is coming.
Kicking us out of our own booth.
Yeah.
I might just have to glue my feet right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
But no, we were talking about ideas of what we could do to work. Because Milo and I were just, always looking to do that extra step here for the Mariners. And if I have to put on a Mariner uniform and go shag fly balls in the home run derby, then if there's no home runs, there's going to be a show out there. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you're going to be flying out there, diving left and right.
Mariners' upcoming schedule as this looks to be coming to a close. On Saturday night, tomorrow night, a 5:30 start against Chatham. That's a big game in the East Division. Then YD on Sunday, the league best, before another tough one, the second-place Whitecaps. And then finally Wednesday next week, the last-place Firebirds out of Orleans. So after the discussion ends from the three umpires tonight, Steve Engler is back out for a final word with Mike O'Leary. O'Leary is the crew chief tonight, not just the home plate umpire. Maybe it was just discussion, tell him to keep an eye on something because nothing motioned up here to the official scorer. And there's runners at second and third with just one out for Jax Jimenez in the top of the fifth. A 1-1 game between the Harbor Hawks and the Mariners. Left on right matchup. Peavy, can he work out of traffic? First pitch breaking ball, little bit inside. Peavy just scratching his head. He doesn't like that call. It's 1-0. Jimenez, a 194 hitter this summer, has 1 run batted in. 0 for 2 tonight. 1-0. That's down low. Back-to-back off-speed pitches to start out this at-bat to Jimenez. First base is open, but Caden Miller, who has 3 homers this summer, is on deck.
Middle of the infield is played back for the Mariners right now, too.
2-0 pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Just tickled that corner, but a big call. Peavy still down in the count, 2-1. Jimenez may be ready to hit after seeing a strike. The pitch. Fouled straight back. Back-to-back strikes from Peavy on the hill, and he's looking for that third strike for the strikeout. Try and keep those runners put and get this into a 2-out situation.
I think Jimenez just helped out Peavy right there. That looked like a ball, fastball way outside that he just caught a piece of.
Does Jacksaw know his former teammate? Can he dial up a good pitch to the starter Peavy and ring him up? 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball. Up and away. The count's full. First base is open. It also brings back the force at home. Brings a double play into effect. Milo just mentioned the middle infielders for the Mariners, Curlin and Castellon, are playing normal depth all the way back towards the outfield grass. Peltier at third and O'Leary on the corners coming in a little bit. Payoff pitch. Inside ball 4. The second walk of the inning, the 4th free pass in the past 2 innings from Peavy. And the bases are loaded here for Hyannis. Just 1 out, and Caden Miller coming
from
up.
Texas San Antonio,
Yeah,
number 2, Caden
It seems
Miller.
like we're getting back into what the Mariners have been doing these last couple of games, walking hitters. And now a meeting by Hunter Dilworth, the pitching coach, on the mound. You can't give out these free passes because teams are going to hunt you. Hyannis walks less than any team in the Cape. So if you give them walks, they're not used to that, and they're going to say, thank you very much, let's take advantage. And so you have to settle down here, like you said. The force is back at home plate. Still can get out of this inning unscathed.
Different types of walking guys, though.
Yeah.
And sometimes with runners on, you'll see pitchers nibble and just not really challenge the zone. It seems right now, because of the start that Peavy had where he was so in command, and still is right now, just giving up 1 run,
number 2.
But it's control
Hayden
issues
Miller.
where he just can't really find the zone.
Over the last 5 games, the Mariners have walked 28 opposing hitters. That's most in the Cape.
Left on left with Caden Miller. Bases juiced, 1 out in a tie game in the top of the 5th. A big spot. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Jacksaw. That was Peavy's slider. It's 1-0. There's nowhere to put him. This inning started with a walk, then a single from Zener, then a sac bunt from Kirk. Jimenez just reached on a walk. 1-0. That's up high. Another breaking ball. Peavy starting to smile on the hill, and that's maybe a sarcastic grin, saying, I need that call. I thought it was in the zone. He's behind 2-0. He's working quick. Here comes the pitch. Miller takes. That's down low. It's now 3-0.
This flashbacks to a couple games ago against the Whitecaps for the Mariners when they just kept on walking in runs. Jacob Schultz on the mound.
3-0. That hit him. So Miller gets the RBI on the hit by pitch. Davis comes in to score, and everybody else goes station to station. It's now 2-1 Hyannis, the first Harbor Hawk lead of the night. And Steve Englert has seen enough. He's coming out to the hill. Brian Matishat is warming in the bullpen. And you would figure he's coming into this game in the top of the 5th.
Second hit by pitch by Miller tonight. He's got to think that Peavy has something against him.
Matishat's going to come in. We're going to go to break. It was a wonderful start from Peavy. Just gave up 1 run on 2 hits through 4 innings. And trouble is brewing in the 4th. 1 already in. The base is loaded with 1 out, and it's up to that guy right there, Brian Matishat, to close the door. We'll be right back on Cape League TV. Brian Matishat comes into the game for the M's. The first call to the bullpen from either side tonight. And Matishat, in 11 innings so far this summer, has given up 4 earned runs, has walked 6, and only struck out 4. So he's not a huge punch-out guy, but he is a soft contact pitcher. And the Mariners are looking for maybe a double play or just an out here to stop a Hyannis 5th inning
from
rally.
Florida, number 10, Jordan Lodis.
Yeah, it's a big moment.
Lodis comes up to the plate, the cleanup hitter for the Harbor Hawks. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1 already in. A 2-1 Hyannis lead here in the top of the 5th. First pitch. Lodis swings, skies one, first base side into foul territory. O'Leary, a huge out. Matishat looks at the bench, nods his head, and says, one more, come on. What a nice start on 1 pitch out of the bullpen.
The designated hitter
big
from West
time
Virginia,
pitch
number
from
15,
Matishat.
Matt
And Lodis
Hyannis.
has been dangerous today. He already had a single. Just tried to hack at the first offering, but a costly out for Hyannis and a big one for the Mariners.
Brings up Matt Hyannis. Not an easy task. A .330 hitter with 5 ribbies. First pitch to Hyannis. Looping breaking ball, stays up high. It's 1-0.
This season, Hyannis came into the day just 1 hit with the bases loaded all year long. Worst in the Cape.
1-0. Swing and a ground ball to first. O'Leary almost slips, but he taps on first base. Brian Matachat, in a matter of 3 pitches, strands the bases loaded. Hyannis gets another one here in the 5th. They take the lead, but it could have been much worse. A chance for the Mariners to get it back when we come back in the bottom of the 5th on Cape League TV.
Sports facilities, iconic.
Welcome back to Harwich. A 2-1 Hyannis lead, but it could have been much worse for the Mariners. Brian Matachat able to come out of the bullpen with the bases loaded in the top half of this inning and just 1 out. And he was able to strand the bases loaded with no further damage. Harwich still trailing, trying to get that offense going. Talked about pregame, the Mariners have just scored 9 runs in their last 4 games
Leading
combined.
off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Mariners.
But it'll be
the first
Sean
baseman
O'Leary to
from
lead
UMass
things
Lowell,
off, and he has the
number
lone
18,
ribby
Sean
tonight for the
O'Leary.
M's. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Mariners.
Yeah, he also just made the 2 plays in the last inning. The pop out in foul territory and then the ground out to first base that he took unassisted. Good day so far for him.
Raymond Olivas back out there into the 5th inning of this start. First pitch to O'Leary. Breaking ball lands down the heart of the plate. That's strike 1. Hyannis just 3 hits tonight. The Mariners have been held to 2 hits. Right on left matchup. Olivas, the long wind, and the 0-1. Another breaking ball, a slow roller. O'Leary to Miller at first. A nice pitch, and a good cover from the pitcher Raymond Olivas. That's the first out of the 5th.
Yeah, Olivas with the
right
BFP
fielder
there was
from
on
Northeastern,
it.
number
That's
3,
the second time we've seen him do that tonight.
Garrity.
Quickly 1 out in the Harwich 5th. Brings up the 9-hole hitter Ryan Garrity. He popped up in foul territory to the 3rd baseman Lodis his last time up. Garrity hitting 143, 3 RBIs, has 2 extra base hits. They've both been doubles. Garrity, a guy who's been here since day 1. First offering. Swung on, popped up again. This one's going to scurry foul. It's 0-1. Now, Garrity's a guy that you really want to get it going. Not that you don't want anyone to get it going, but he's been here since day 1. He's a grinder. He's a really good defender, so he stays in the lineup. But he brings energy to the game. He's fast on the bases. 0-1 pitch, up and in. And he's got a heck of an eye. 13 base on balls this summer, 2nd on the Harwich Mariners, behind Colin Larson's 15.
He's another guy that seems to battle most times that he's up there. Similar to Larson, both lefties. Both put the bat on the ball.
Comes a 1-1. Swing and a foul. It's now 1-2.
I mean, he has 14 strikeouts, 13 walks. If when you got 1 less walk than strikeout, that's pretty good.
Garrity's a guy at Northeastern this year that had a huge year. Hit .325, 5 homers, 37 runs batted in. He walked 51 times. How about this? Struck out 45.
He tends to walk more than strike out. It's always a good sign. I think of Juan Soto when I think of that stat.
Here comes the two-strike pitch. Garrity smashes it, right field line, foul. Ooh, he got into that one. Was a little bit early on the slider.
Now we've seen Garrity still looking for his first homer this season. A couple times just get around a ball and hook it down the right field line. If he's going to hit one out, I'm confident to say it'll be down the right field line.
He's trying to protect. Down 1-2. Olivas kicks and fires up high. A good take on a fastball. And the count's even at 2-2. Harwich has just walked once tonight. The Mariners have drawn 111 walks. That's number 2 in Cape Cod. Olivas, he's been pounding the strike zone. 2-2. Down low. Another fantastic take on what looked to be a really good curveball. And the count goes full on Garrity.
Yeah, that was a brilliant take. Curveball looked like a strike for the most part and then died off at the end.
We're past the halfway point in Harwich. Hyannis up 2-1. And Olivas has held the Mariners in check. Garrity trying to get aboard here with 1 out in the 5th. Payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The second punch out of the night. Garrity down after a long at-bat. And with 2 outs and nobody on, the lineup turns over for Colin Larson.
Yeah, long at-bat for Garrity, but
The center
at
fielder
some
from
point,
Boston College, number
Olivas
4,
is going to put him
Colin
away with that
Larson.
pitch, and Garrity foul-tipped it into the glove. Just couldn't catch enough of it.
Here's Larson, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Guy seems to get on every single game. Right on left matchup, first offering, smacked into left field, right at Zener. He just has to drift back and haul it in. A 1-2-3 5th inning. That's now 8 in a row down from the starter Olivas. And the Mariners trail 2-1. We're headed into the 6th on Cape League TV. Start of the 6th inning. Netting Pros. Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros. Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. 2-1 Hyannis. Matachat came in, left the bases loaded with no damage in the 5th inning. He got a pop out and a ground out. And now he's out there for his first full inning out of relief here in the 6th. He has 6, 7, and 8 coming up for the Harbor Hawks. It's the catcher, Blake
Leading off for
Primrose,
Hyannis,
to
the
start
catcher
things off.
from St. Joseph's, number 18.
Yeah, credit
Blake
to Matachat for
Primrose.
working out of that jam in the last inning. Now he needs to hold down this Hyannis lineup so the Mariners can get back to hitting.
Primrose knocked in the opening run of the game for the Harbor Hawks, a sac fly in the 4th inning. Matachat kicks and deals. First pitch fastball that's up and in. Ball 1. Primrose coming off a mammoth season at St. Joseph's. That's in the A-10 conference. He hit .400, had 24 homers, and 72 runs batted in. The 1-0. High fly ball, and that's foul, right field side.
Those numbers are laughable.
That is the single-season program record in home runs, 24, runs scored, 75, and runs batted in 72. And that was en route to the A-10, that's the Atlantic 10 Conference Player of the Year. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 93. Lit up the eyes of the power-hitting catcher Primrose. He could not connect, and Matishat gets ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Matishat likes to work quick. He likes to fill up the zone. The 2-strike pitch. This is hammered deep to left field. Hotchkiss goes back, and it just hangs up enough where he can make the grab for the first out of the 6th inning. We've seen a couple of those tonight, Milo, that have been just cracked off the bat. You know, the sound, the trajectory,
The center fielder
and they just
from Stanford,
kind of die
number
up there
11,
in the outfield.
Charlie
Oh, Hotchkiss
Bates.
will tell you, yeah, that's right, because he hit one of those to left field, too. It was a hanging curveball that just died out and left. So Hotchkiss gloved that one and said, thank you very much. It's not just me.
Brings up the center fielder, Charlie Bates. Loud first out off the bat of Primrose. Bates, a left-handed hitter, first offering. Swing, fly ball, softly hit left field side, and that's out of play.
We talk about this weird lighting right now that's going on in the field. It's kind of like a yellowish tint to it. It's odd.
Yeah, the sun is trying to come out of the left side of the sky, and then it's almost like daytime blue skies over the left field trees.
I feel like I'm watching this game right now with a filter on.
That's a good way to put it. 0-1 pitch to Bates. That's a ball low. 1-1. Bates, the best hitter in this lineup for average, yet he hits 7th. Has 2 homers, 4 ribbies. He's played in 17 games. 1-1 pitch. Swing, slow roller, first base side. O'Leary gloves on the backhand, throws to first. Matishat couldn't catch it. The covering pitcher tried to snow cone catch it, and it squeaked out of his mitt. It'll be interesting to see if this is a hit. I would think so. Maybe not the best decision, though, from O'Leary to play that ball.
The second baseman
Considering
from Rice,
on the
number
replay here, I think
17,
Curlin
JC
might be able
Davis.
to get there from second.
Yeah, definitely. Curlin's right there, and you're exactly right. And Curlin, you could, he put his hands on his knees after that, saying, I would have had that one.
The hit from Bates, 4th hit of the night for Hyannis. First pitch to J.C. Davis is a breaking ball low. J.C. Davis, this is just his 4th game of the summer. He's at a Rice, Texas kid. 1 on with 1 out. Check on the runner, had him leaning, but did not pick him off. Ooh. Bates has stolen 2 bases this summer. He's fast. Shortstop at school, center fielder tonight on the road in Harwich.
Those are the fast positions, but Hyannis doesn't steal too often. 23 in the season, last in the Cape.
1-0 pitch. Davis stays off, a slider outside, and it's now 2-0. Bottom of the order has done some damage tonight. Bates just got on. Davis, who's up, walked and scored in the 5th. Henry Zener has a hit, who's on deck. Low-scoring bout in Harwich. 2-0. Swing. Looping fly ball into center field. Larson crashing, sliding, can't get there. There might be a play at second. There is. Heads-up play from Garrity in right field. He backed up Larson after Colin could not make the sliding catch, and Garrity threw out Bates on the force play. There's nothing Hyannis can do about it, but give the credit to Garrity
The
in
left
right.
fielder from USC Upstate, number 41,
talk about a heads-up
Henry
play.
Zaner.
First off, it was a nice job by Larson to give it a valiant effort, just out of his reach, but Garrity leaned into that throw, and Castillon with the catch, playing first base over at second there.
So there's now 2 outs. Bates gets replaced off of first by J.C. Davis. Here's Henry Zener. Zener singled his last time up on a bunt hit. Check on the runner. No. That looked closer than the first one.
Yeah,
Matishat has quite the move over there on the hill.
quick. And for a Hyannis team that doesn't steal too often, I might take my lead a little bit closer to the bag than normal right now.
Another check. That one's not close.
I feel like, if you're a pitcher and you can sense it, you sense that you're close. You want to try as many times to pick off the runner. Now, obviously, you can't do that in the big leagues because there's a rule, but here in the Cape, you can go over as many times.
Keep us here all night. 2 out, 1 on. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. This is a line drive into center field. Larson's going to get to this one, and he makes the grab. A scoreless 6th
from Brian Mattishat. The Mariners trail 2-1, and they're due up when we come back on Cape League TV. We're back here in Harwich, and for the first time tonight, Hyannis goes to the bullpen in the 6th inning. The Harbor Hawks lead 2-1. It's the lefty out of Arizona State, Easton Barrett, coming in. The starter for the Harbor Hawks, Raymond Olivas, went 5 innings of 2-hit, 1-run baseball. He was magnificent tonight. That's his longest outing on Cape Cod in just his first start. Mariners trail by a run. Offense has been struggling as of late. 2, 3, and 4, a good spot due up in the lineup.
The second baseman
It'll be Kurland,
Florida,
Jacksaw,
number
and
11,
Smolinski.
Cade Kurland.
With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. Gorgeous sunset brewing here. Packed house, Friday night crowd on July the 10th in Harwich. Nothing beats Cape Cod and baseball. Left on right matchup. Barrett comes home. First pitch inside on Kurland. It's 1-0. So Barrett out of Springville, Utah, plays at Arizona State. This year he pitched 20 innings. Gave up 19 earned runs. 1-0 pitch, fouled straight back. It's now 1-1. Barrett spent time in Falmouth on the Cape Cod Baseball League last summer. He went 3-1 for record at a 4.57 ERA. He pitched a ton. 21 2/3. Kurland trying to get on to kick off the inning. 1-1 pitch, hammered off the back of Barrett, and he gets up like nothing happened to make the play, and now he's a little bit limpy. Oh my gosh, that was a rocket.
Yeah, I mean, that just got to scare everything out of you.
I mean, he's unfazed by this. Maybe off the thigh, one of the better spots to get hit, but...
Oh, I will say, if there's one person that understands and respects that, it's Cade Kurland, who gets hit a bunch in the box, and he wears it like it's nothing.
Mariners trainer Amanda Lusky is creeping onto the field, third base side, but I don't know if Barrett wants any help. He's going to throw a practice pitch.
It hit him in the, it seemed like thigh or pitching.
Slow-mo doesn't do justice to how hard that ball was scorched up the middle.
Yeah.
Looks like he's fine. Tough kid. Easton Barrett.
The catcher from Oregon, number 6, Braden Jacksa.
Have one more look at this one. Oof, look out. Last time Barrett pitched was on July the 4th. Came in relief against YD. 2 innings of no-hit baseball. So the lefty's been hot. Here's Braden Jacksaw. Newest Harwich Mariner. 0 for 2 tonight. Catcher out of Oregon. Left on right matchup, first offering.
Jacksaw pops one up. First base side, drifting over is Caden Miller. He's near the dugout and makes the catch in the dirt. The dirt bordering the Hyannis bullpen. And there's 2 outs in the 6th inning. Milo, what's it going to take for the Mariners
from
to
Kansas State, number 22,
try and wake up offensively
Smolinski.
right now? You're looking at 10 straight have been retired by the combination of Harbor Hawk pitchers.
I mean, Easton Barrett has now thrown 4 pitches. He has 2 outs in the inning. Mariners just going out there hacking. Maybe Smolinski see a couple, extend this inning.
Smolinski has walked already tonight. He came around to score the lone run for the M's. And he takes a first pitch fastball that misses inside. 1-0.
The bottom line, though, is that on the Hyannis side of things, they're punching the zone. If the Mariners take a few, they could say, well, we take a few, now we're down 0-2.
1-0, a check swing, appeal to third. Ty did not go around. That's Joe LaBella over there. And Smolinski gets ahead 2-0. So now here's a spot where maybe your best hitter on the team, hitting cleanup tonight, he's ahead. Now you get something to hit, turn on it, and tie this game.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he has 4 homers this season, best on the team.
2-0, fouled straight back. He was all over that fastball. 2-1.
This game is already official. It's played 5 innings. There have been talks about a maybe potential delay. Rain in the area here in Harwich. Hope it stays away, of course.
2-1 to tie. Bloop shot, shallow left field. Kirk chases, and he can't get there. A base hit for Smolinski. That's the Mariners' first hit since the 3rd inning of this contest. And Harwich trying to get a 2-out rally going
Kentucky,
here and brings up J.P. Peltier.
That sounded like a broken bat after Smolinski. But listen, you'll trade a broken bat. Yeah, it's broken, but it's a hit, and Smolinski will trade that any day of the week.
The last time Ty reached back in the second base, he stole second on the first pitch of Peltier's at-bat. Here's Peltier with Smolinski on now in the 6th, and an immediate check on the Mariners' DH tonight. Smolinski has stolen 7 out of 8 bases so far this summer. The hitter Peltier is hitting .240 with 2 bombs and a dozen batted in. Smolinski a huge lead over there at first. Barrett staring right at him. The lefty comes home. Peltier fouls it off.
Peltier tends to swing at the first pitch a whole lot in this Mariners lineup. He goes after and he hunts.
0-1 the count on the Harwich third baseman Peltier. Here's the pitch. Cut on, fouled into the plate. It's now 0-2. Both Olivas and now Barrett, through the first 2 outs of the 6th inning, have thrown nothing but strikes to the Mariners. Olivas only walked 1 hitter in 5 innings of a 2-hit start. 2-1 Hyannis lead, bottom of the 6th, 1 on with 2 down. Here comes the 2-strike pitch to Peltier. Up and in, 1-2. Pitching coach Ray Korn for the Harbor Hawks. He's talked about working on getting that staff ERA down, a 5.44 number that's dead last in Cape Cod. Manager for the Harbor Hawks is Mitch Carricker. 2-strike pitch, Smolinski goes, Peltier swings and misses, and that ends the inning. First punch out of the pen from Barrett caps off a scoreless 6th inning, and the Harbor Hawks still lead 2-1. We're going to the 7th on Cape League TV.
Top of the 7th here in Harwich, and what a night on Cape Cod. What's new? Blue skies, a little bit of sunset brewing as we're now past 8 o'clock. And the Harbor Hawks, they lead the Mariners 2-1. With Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenneman. And the top of the 7th, it means a gorgeous wide shot of Whitehouse Field, but it also means trivia time. And earlier in the 5th inning, we asked Mariner Mafia what former Harwich Mariner is an all-star in the 2026 All-Star Game. Well, that would be the Toronto Blue Jays and Harwich Mariners' own Ernie Clement.
Look at that, Ernie Clement, all-star starter.
Number 34,
Someone
Taylor
who's really
Kirk.
just been growing his entire MLB career. Blew up last year in the playoffs, was mashing, and now getting the recognition as an all-star starter. Happy for him.
Approaching the All-Star break, he's played in 90 games. He's hitting .297, knocked in 30. Has 7 homers, too. Top of the order up for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch swinging. That's Kirk, and it's past the dive of Smolinski into left field, a base hit.
Yeah, Castellón gave it a full effort. He lunged
The
after
right
that
fielder
ground ball.
from Oregon, number
but
30, number
didn't
32,
come up with it,
Jax
and now
Jimenez.
Hyannis is back in business once again.
Take another look at this effort. It looked like Castellón had no chance. He almost trapped it. Hit a ball in the hole like that. And there are maybe 4 or 5 shortstops in the world who have ever made a play like that.
I wonder if Ernie Clement can make that play.
He plays everywhere. He can make a lot of plays. Jax Jimenez, right fielder out of Oregon, 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Hyannis up by 1, trying to extend that here in the later innings. First pitch to Jimenez, fastball inside, 1-0. No action right now in the Harwich bullpen. Matachat came into this game in the 5th inning with 1 out. He's been scoreless since.
Jimenez, a switch hitter against the righty Matachat now in the lefty box.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a line drive into left field, another base hit. Back-to-back hits in that same direction for the Harbor Hawks. This time it's Jimenez. And something brewing here in the top of the 7th. 2 on with nobody out, and the big Caden Miller coming to the plate.
The first baseman.
The first 3
from
innings for the
Texas,
Mariners
San
on the
Antonio,
pitching side of
number
things
2,
was
Caden
so
Miller.
smooth. Just 10 guys came to the plate in those 3 innings out of a possible 9. And now ever since in the 4th, 5th, 6th was smooth for the most part, but 7th, Hyannis has something brewing once again.
Here's Caden Miller. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. First offering, fastball. That just missed inside. Matachat exhales, thought he was going to get that call. Miller's been hit by a pitch twice, has a single and an RBI in this one. Maybe the left-handed hitter trying to take out some frustration, getting plunked his last 2 times up. The 1-0, check swing, a good pitch from Matachat, and he absolutely went around. It's 1-1. Kirk in scoring position with plus speed off of second base. Jimenez off of first, the right fielder, has also stolen 2 bases this summer. Here comes the 1-1. Miller pops it up behind home plate. Jacksaw, it looks like he has a play, and he makes it. A huge first out for Matachat and the Mariners.
Jackson just looks like a ball player out there. I mean, he throws his mask away, makes the grab, and the second after he makes the catch, he turns around and looks at the
third
runners
baseman
on the
from
base
Central
paths,
Florida,
hoping
number 10,
and making
Jordan
sure that they stay
Lodis.
put.
One thing that he's got is outside of being 6'6" and a heck of a baseball player, he still looks young.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys out here, they look like they're already big leaguers. I mean, what the things I would do to go be a rising sophomore in college again.
Oh,
All right, let's get off that topic.
you sound like you're 60.
Lodis checks his swing, pitches a ball, he didn't go, 1-0. Senior year, man, it's coming up quick. There's not many seniors out here on the Cape, if any.
Yeah, it's true. It's a lot of underclassmen.
That's what the league's for. Show off to the scouts while you're maybe not draft eligible, tune up for school, and then be a big name when July comes around and you are draft eligible. The 1-0 is also downstairs, and the cleanup hitter Jordan Lodis, New Georgia Tech transfer, is ahead here, 2-0.
I was going to say, a lot of these guys don't even stay at college for all 4 years.
Especially the talent out here on Cape Cod. It's Matachat v. Lodis.
And
2 was
also
on the pitch clock.
now it's 4 different colleges in 4 years for some people.
Matashat, who's on the hill, just transferred to Florida Atlantic University from Sacred Heart. The hitter Jordan Lodice transfers from UCF to Georgia Tech this year. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Jacksaw. It's now 2-1. Hyannis scored 1 in the 4th, then 1 in the 5th. They lead 2-1 after surrendering the opening run of this game to the Mariners back in the 2nd inning. 2-1. Swing and another foul tip off the bat of Lodice. It's now 2-2. A big spot here because you look back to when Matashat came into this game in the 5th inning. The bases were loaded with just 1 out. 1 was already in for the Harbor Hawks. Matashat was able to leave them loaded and keep it a 2-1 game. Trying to do that same thing here. Runners at first and second, 1 down in the top of the 7th. 2-strike pitch outside. Couldn't warrant the chase from the hitter Lodice, and the count goes full 3-2.
And this is something that Peavy struggled with, that put-away pitch. See if Matashat can settle down here.
Peavy, the starter, had 4 punch-outs. Matashat does not have one out of the bullpen so far. Could be an action pitch. Might see runners move here on the payoff. 3-2. This one's hammered into left center field. That's in the hole for a base hit. Scoring from second is Kirk. First to third goes Jimenez. And a ribby single from Jordan Lodice, his 6th RBI of the season, opens up the Hyannis lead. It's now 3-1 in the 7th.
Yeah, it's just hitting with runners in scoring position and
The
taking
DH
advantage
from
of
West
the
Virginia,
situation.
number 15, Matt
Hyannis has done an
Einish.
excellent job of that so far tonight. Just a line drive, shallow left center field, and also good base running from Jimenez to go to third.
Latter 3 innings, top of the 7th. Mariners pitching has been fantastic tonight. Still just 3 runs to this Hyannis offense. Have been lacking offense, but now you got to get out of this. Here's Einish, runners at the corners. First pitch, fastball, swing, and a miss.
Mariners still willing to give up the run if it's a ground ball up the middle. Of course, they want to turn 2.
Einish out of West Virginia. 0 for 2 tonight. Check on the runner at first, Lodice. Back with a dive. Einish a part of the College World Series with the Mountaineers. Reached base in 11 of 12 games during the NCAA tournament. Led the team playing in 64 games. And the Mariners getting loose in the pen. 0-1. Good pitch from Matashat. Called a strike at the knees. Einish doesn't have an RBI since all the way back to the 1st of this month. 6 games ago. 5 on the summer. 0-2 pitch. Skied. Left field. Hotchkiss is there. And Jimenez tags from third. Hotchkiss doesn't even challenge. It's now 4-1 Harbor Hawks. Some good baseball from Hyannis here in the 7th inning. They lead by 3.
It's been pretty good baseball all night long for them now. 2 sac flies on the
The
night
catcher from
for the
St.
Harbor
Joseph's,
Hawks.
number
And
18,
they've
Blake
just been taking
Primrose.
the situations that they've been given and putting the ball in play. 2 sac flies, like I said, they came into the evening with just 4 on the year, 3rd least in the game.
And 3 hits already in this inning. And you add on the sac fly from Einish. It's a 2-run 7th. Lodice at first base with 2 outs, and here's the catcher, Blake Primrose. First pitch. That's a strike down the middle. 0-1. Harwich trails 4-1. And you hope you can get out of the 7th, just giving up the 2 that are already in, and then something's really got to flip offensively. Right on right. Here's the 0-1. Primrose, an awkward swing. He can't connect with the Matashat slider. He's down 0-2. Sun has officially set here. Just a gorgeous, almost Hyannis-colored sky. Blue and orange. As the sunset winds down, the 0-2 check on the runner is not in time.
Yeah, this is gorgeous over here.
Look at the standings, though. Hyannis is in third in the West. They're 9-12. The run differential is 40 below 0. 2-strike pitch. He struck him out right on the outside corner. The first punch out of the night from Matishat ends the 7th inning. 2 more for the Harbor Hawks come in on 3 hits and 1 left on base. It's 4-1 Harbor Hawks. The Mariners need to stretch out in the middle of the 7th and wake up offensively when we come back on Cape League TV. Four to 1, Hyannis leads in Harwich. The Mariners are due up in the bottom of the 7th. Everybody all loosened up after the 7th inning stretch. And let's take a peek at the Cape League standings. In the East, it is a juggernaut. The YD Red Sox 18-2, and the recent flip, Brewster has passed Harwich. They're now a half game ahead at 13-7-1. You look at the West. Bourne, the only team over 500. Hyannis tonight trying to get to the 10-win mark. They're 9-12.
Yeah, YD has won 4 in a row. Bourne had their winning streak snapped tonight. They came into the night with 4 straight wins themselves. Falmouth and Wareham not in action tonight. Game was postponed due to weather. So, rain over on the west side of the Cape. Beautiful here.
Yes, the east side, rain triumphant
the
tonight.
Bottom of the 7th inning for the Mariners.
And the Harbor Hawks, they
from
have
Cal
the lead.
Poly, number 12,
4-1.
Nate
The lefty
Castellon.
Easton Barrett, who tossed a scoreless 6th inning out of the bullpen, is back out for the 7th. Castellon, Hotchkiss, and O'Leary due up for the M's. Just 1 hit from those 3 and 6 ABs tonight that came off the bat of O'Leary. Here's Castellon, first offering. Swung on, ground ball, third base side, a big bounce and into left field. Lodice was going to have to make a tough play, but that thing shot out of a cannon right in front of him. An awkward hop and a base hit for Castellon.
That definitely took an awkward hop. Third baseman Lodice was like, what just happened right there? Maybe hit off the lip of the infield grass. Yeah, it looked like that. Just ate him up.
All right. A chance here for the M's, just their 4th hit of the night. Jackson Hotchkiss, the power-hitting outfielder, digs in. First pitch to Hotchkiss, a breaking ball. Misses high and wide. It's 1-0. Jackson is 0 for 2 tonight. Average is at .227 on the summer. A pair of big flies, 9 runs batted in. He also has 3 doubles. He's ahead 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball into the hole. Kirk on the backhand, a long throw. He can't make it in time. And back-to-back singles for the Mariners. Hotchkiss gets on with 1 in the infield. Castellon up to second. Nobody out for big Sean O'Leary.
Yeah, big hit.
The first baseman,
It may
from
not
UMass
be
Lowell,
the
number
highest
18,
velocity
Sean
off of the bat,
O'Leary.
but Hotchkiss did nicely. Now, it is 3 for 12 against lefties so far this season. And a big left-on-left matchup coming up with Sean O'Leary. You got to take advantage here. This is when the Mariners have to pounce.
Left on left. 2 on with nobody out. Harwich down 3. O'Leary shows bunt, pulls it away. Fastball outside, ball 1. In 4 outings out of the bullpen from Easton Barrett this summer, he has given up a run in 3 of them. He's given up 2 runs twice. The Mariners need 3. Granted, it's just the 7th inning. The 1-0, a bunt by O'Leary, and that's foul. A nice play from the catcher Primrose that counts 1-1.
Now, first baseman Miller is going to charge in and try to make the play to third base, it seems.
I want to ask you about this situation, though, Milo. You have first and second with nobody out. The bunt is definitely a play that a lot of teams like to go to, but O'Leary has an RBI hit tonight. He's been a really good hitter with runners on base. You think they're just asking him to bunt maybe specifically to the left-on-left matchup going on?
Well, I think that, yes, the left-on-left matchup is very tough for O'Leary at the plate. He is 2 for 11 against lefties so far this season.
Showing bunt again here in the 1-1. He stays with it, but yanks it away on a ball outside. And maybe Barrett just stays away, trying to throw the perfect pitch to O'Leary's bunt. Sean has a good eye. He'll lay off. Castellone at second, Hotchkiss at first. The 2-1 is a bunt popped up behind the plate. That's foul. And there goes the sacrifice bunt. It's now 2-2.
Yeah, I think Harwich just wanted to take their chances with runners on second and third, but like you said, it all goes out the window now. Sean O'Leary, who already has an RBI single today, the lone Mariner run, with a big chance here.
Ryan Garrity on deck. He's the 9th hitter in the Harwich lineup. It's big Sean O'Leary. 2-2 pitch. O'Leary takes a borderline take and a good one. Counts full. Mariner fans barking out their commands. I'd say that's good coaching. Mariners will take a walk. They'll load the bases. Barrett, payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. Second strikeout of the pen is his biggest one so far. Now 1 out in the 7th.
The right
Ryan
fielder
Garrity.
from Northeastern,
Yeah, it
number
seemed
3,
like a pretty
Ryan
center-cut fastball, but O'Leary just a little late on that one. And credit to Barrett, a big-time pitch in a big-time spot.
Some action in the pen. That's Truett Webb out of SEC and LSU. Left on left with Garrity. Final hitter in the Harwich lineup. First pitch spiked in the dirt. A nice block with just one hand from Primrose behind the plate. That's ball 1. Garrity 0 for 2 tonight. A pop out and a punch out. You talk about a moment that feels like a breakthrough for Garrity. Get on base here. Maybe knocking a run. 1-0. Garrity takes. Slider. Missed the outer edge. It's 2-0.
I mean, you've got the top of the lineup looming with the Mariners right now.
This feels like the chance right here.
It's a big opportunity. It feels like all night long the bats have been quiet like they have. Talked to Steve Engler before the game. Take advantage of moments like these. He said that's what's been missing.
2-0. Garrity swings and misses. A fastball from Barrett continues to force some swing and miss from Harwich. Fanned O'Leary with that pitch. Previous hitter for the first out of this inning. 2 on, 1 out. Mariners down by 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-1 pitch. Garrity, fly ball down the left field line. Zener on the chase into foul ground. He can't make the sliding play. Wow. He got really up on that fence. A good effort from Zener in left. But the Mariners are thankful. That's just strike 2.
I can't feel too good over there. Crashing into the fence. But Garrity happy has another chance here at the plate.
A good battle with Garrity. Northeastern product. Just a run on a hit would really light a fire underneath that dugout, and especially the crowd here. Been waiting for something on Friday night. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrity way out in front of the breaking ball, and back-to-back punch-outs after back-to-back
the center
singles.
fielder from Boston College,
It's
number
up
4,
to Colin Larson to keep the 7th alive.
I mean, look at this. 3 straight lefties after the first 2 hitters reached in this inning. It started with O'Leary, then Garrity, and now Larson. And the final guy come through out of the group of southpaws.
Larson hit a home run last night. First pitch to Colin in the dirt and low. 1-0. Larson is 0 for 3 tonight. That's rare territory for the Boston College product. Hitting .330, 4 doubles, 3 homers. This guy's a machine at the dish. 2 on with 2 out. 1-0 offering. In there on the corner, called strike 1. Hotchkiss at first has shown he has speed. Ball in the gap could score 2. Trailing by 3, the Mariners are just looking to extend this 7th inning any way possible. 1-1. Swung on, hammered into left center field. Bates on the move. He's run out of room. It's off the base of the wall. Hotchkiss rounds third. 2 are going to score on a 2-ribby Colin Larson double. The gift that keeps on giving. Larson is a machine on Cape Cod. It's 4-3 Hyannis.
Wow, I mean, just go with that pitch. That ball had a chance
The
to get
second
out of
baseman
here.
from
Hit off the
Florida,
very top
number
of the
11,
ball,
Cade
out in left center
Curlin.
field. And my, oh my, Colin Larson is having himself just an unbelievable summer.
It's now a 1-run game here at Whitehouse Field. Hotchkiss and Castellón score. And at bat with Larson in scoring position for Cade Curlin, but it might not come from the lefty Easton Barrett. Yep, Hyannis is going to the bullpen. How about that for picking up your teammates? First and second, nobody out. O'Leary strikes out, Garrity strikes out, and Larson brings them both in on a 2-ribby double the other direction in a left-on-left matchup. We'll have the new arm for you. It's a big spot in the 7th when we come back on Cape League TV. Oh, we got a game tonight in Harwich. A 2 RBI Colin Larson double has made this a 1-run game in the bottom of the 7th, and the Mariners might not be done just yet. It was the hook for the lefty Easton Barrett. He comes out after an inning and 2/3, giving up 4 hits. 2 runs are in, and he's responsible for Larson's speed at second. And now the righty Truett Webb enters the ballgame. A right-on-right matchup with Curlin. 2 down, runner in scoring position. Webb has pitched 10 innings, given up 5 runs on Cape Cod this summer. First pitch. Curlin takes a strike. That was a nasty slider on the outside corner. 0-1. Curlin has been a bat that has not left the top 3 of the Harwich lineup this summer. He waits for the 0-1. That's outside with the fastball. 1-1.
This inning has been a sight for sore eyes for Mariner fans. Just a real rally here. A big 2-out hit for Colin Larson. Can they get some more?
1-1. Larson swings, and he knew he should have held off. That was just a wicked pitch from the righty Webb, and he's ahead 1-2.
Yeah, that curveball had a lot of movement down there.
Ball and 2 strikes on Curlin. A 4-3 game. Bottom of the 7th inning. Larson at second base. He goes 1-2. Cut on. Ground ball. Hot shot to short. Kirk is there. A long throw. And he made it. Dug out at the heels of the first baseman, Caden Miller.
That's a big way to end the inning for Hyannis, but the Mariners get 2 back. It's now 4-3. We're going to the 8th inning on Cape League TV.
.395.
Back here, Whitehouse
953,
Field, and earlier
395.
today it was
For a gift
First
certificate to
Responders
Barbecue
Night
Shop.
here in
660,
Harwich. Always an
387.
awesome night.
660, 387.
A day that everyone looks
For a
forward
gift
to in the
certificate to
Cape
Grand
Cod
Slam
Baseball
Entertainment on
League.
Route 28 Harwichport.
A ceremony before a couple of first pitches were thrown out. The big American flag being raised above the fire truck that was down the left field line. And it's just an awesome sight to see all these important people around the community get honored here at Whitehouse Field.
What a night. And now we're looking for the Mariners to cap it off with some late
Your attention,
innings
please, now on the
magic.
mound for the Mariners from Siena, number
We
37,
start the top
Ryan
of the 8th
Taft.
here at Whitehouse Field, and it's Ryan Taff on the hill for Harwich. He comes in on relief. This is the 3rd reliever that has been used by Steve Englert and company so far
Leading off for
tonight.
Hyannis,
He deals to
the center fielder from
7, 8,
Stanford,
and
number
9
11, Charlie Bates.
in the Hyannis lineup. 4-3 the score. Harbor Hawks over the Mariners, but Harwich brought home 2 runs in the last of the 7th. Pitch is fouled right back, and it's 0-1. That rally in the last inning, the big hit off of Colin Larson's bat, a 2 RBI double with 2 outs. Here's the offering. Fouled right back, same exact spot, and the count is 0-2.
Like this energy so far from Ryan Taff out of the pen, throwing strikes.
Taff so far, a 4.26 ERA. This is 5th game on the mound so far this summer. Pitch home, down in the dirt.
Thought it was interesting. I heard the Chatham manager, Dennis Cook, who's a longtime big leaguer and a reliever, and a really good one, World Series champion Dennis Cook. And Jake Klein, the Chatham broadcaster, asked him what the mentality is.
1-2, a sky-high pop, left side of the infield, foul territory. Peltier, the third baseman, on the fence. He can't make the play. It bounces over.
And he asked him, is there a different mentality as a reliever coming into a game when you're down compared to when you're ahead? And I think that the average baseball fan would say you're almost more free when you're down.
Right.
But he said the best relievers in the world are more aggressive when they're ahead because you want to be the hammer and not the nail. And I liked that.
1-2, a swing and a miss. Bates down on strikes. First strikeout of the night for Ryan Taff. His 11th on the
second
season.
baseman from
And
Rice,
there's one gone
number
here in the top of the 8th.
JC
But on
Davis.
that same note, the moral and theme of what he was saying was we want our guys to be aggressive every time out of the bullpen. 1-run game, trailing, winning, whatever it is. And you could see in that opening at-bat from Taff out of the bullpen, a strikeout against a really good hitter in Bates.
Some of the most underrated heroes are the guys that hold down a team, as the pitch is outside to J.C. Davis, because they're not talked about. They're not the flashy guys, but they're the guys that hold down, you know, for instance, right now Ryan Taft trying to hold down Hyannis even though they're up 4-3. Pitch, a ground ball foul down the third base line. It's 1-1. Four to 3, Hyannis over Harwich here in the top of the 8th.
Taff spins and fires. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Taff. He gloves, underhand toss to first in time, and there's 2 gone. Nice job by Taff to recognize
The
that
left
bounce
fielder
off of
from
the
USC
infield
Upstate,
grass.
number 41,
And he's
Henry
looking real
Zahner.
smooth here, and he deals to the number 9 hitter in the Harbor Hawk lineup in Henry Zahner.
Yeah, just need shutdown innings, off to a really nice start. Something the Mariners haven't done well over these last, losing 3 of 4 is when you get to 2 outs and nobody on, just slam the door. Just shut it. Just kick that door in and go hit in the bottom half.
Pitch is a strike. Taft trying to slam the door on Zahner and the Harbor Hawks here in the inning. You feel like Harwich might have something brewing on the offensive side now finally. You want to get it back to them as fast as possible. And right now, an excellent start to doing so for Taft. 0-1 is down inside, and it's 1-1. Henry Zahner, a 180 hitter. So far today, he is 1 for 3. A couple flyouts and a bunt single back in the 5th. Taft set on the mound. He fires home. Ground ball right side. Curlin, second baseman, is there. Gobbles and throws to first in time. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Taft. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, the Mariners down 4-3, trying to spark a rally here on Cape League TV. We've got a close one here at Whitehouse Field between the Mariners and the Harbor Hawks. 4-3 Hyannis over Harwich as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And it's time to take a check on some scores across the Cape Cod Baseball League, presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. In the top of the 7th, Cotuit on top of Orleans 4-2. Cavaliers trying to make it 3 straight wins. In the top of the 6th, Brewster on top 6-0 over Chatham at Veterans Field. And YD took it over Bourne 2-0 after 8 innings earlier in the day. The Red Sox now a league best 19-2. It's 3-4-5 in the Harwich lineup. Pitch to Jaxa is a curveball that misses outside, and it's 1-0. Still Truett Webb on the hill for Hyannis. He got the last out in the 7th. 1-0. Strike right down Broadway. It's 1-1. Jaxa's been super impressive so far. This is just 3rd game as a Harwich Mariner. Today, 0 for 3. 4 for his first 12 with the M's. 1-1. Curveball ripped in the air, left field. That one's down for a base hit, and it goes into the corner. Jaxa around first. He cruises into second with a leadoff double.
Here come the M's, Milo. That might be the hardest hit line drive we've seen this summer at Whitehouse Field. And the 6'6" rising sophomore out of Oregon. It's safe to say early on this kid can rake.
That's his 2nd double in as many games. And now Harwich with a runner in scoring position, and Ty Smolinski is up. Possibly the Mariners' most dangerous hitter.
So this is these situational spots. With your cleanup hitter up, do you look for Smolinski to find a hit, find a gap, or do you bunt over Jacksaw? Try and...
Smolinski taps it foul behind home plate.
If you bunt him over, you have Peltier up, who's been the best RBI guy on the team. And it gives you a really good shot at getting this game tied.
Yeah, but I don't think Smolenski's going up there bunting as he swung at the first pitch. I mean, he's hitting .301. Already has a hit today, 1 for 2, a walk, and a run scored. 0-1 is inside.
I agree with it. Let your hitters hit, especially out here this summer. Smolenski has arguably been the best player in this league, and I think that maybe he can have his biggest moment. Mariners need a win tonight.
They've lost 3 of 4. There's the 1-1. Popped up, right side of the infield. J.C. Davis is there, waves everyone off. He still waits on it, and he makes the grab on the edge of the infield dirt, and it's a big first out here in the bottom
The
of the
third
8th.
baseman from Kentucky, number 13, J.P. Peltier.
Smolenski just underneath that one, and Jaxa stays put at second.
Yeah, Jacksaw, 6'6". He's catching tonight, so got to be careful that base hit to the outfield doesn't automatically score that runner from second. Big hole on the right side.
J.P. Peltier. Can he poke one on that side? He's done it in the past. Pitch home is down and away. 1-0. You think back to Peltier's walk-off single all the way back in the first week of the season against the Firebirds. That was a single to right. Jaxa leads off of second. He's the tying run. 4-3 Hyannis. Bottom 8. Pitch home is down in the dirt. Nice block by Primrose to keep Jaxa put at second. Peltier so far today is 0 for 3. He popped out to second in a pair of strikeouts. Like Luke said, 12 RBIs on the season. That's the best on the Mariners. Pitch home. There's a strike down the middle. It's 2-1. Mariner fans can taste it here at Whitehouse Field. Harwich has lost 2 straight, trying to get back in the win column. 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. A slider in the dirt.
Back-to-back really good breaking balls for strikes from the righty Webb. Now Peltier really doesn't know what's coming. Does he finally pull out the fastball, or does he go back to what's been working?
Peltier digs back into the box. Jaxa off of second. And the 2-2. Hit hard deep to right field. Jimenez back, but he has time and space. Makes the play. Jaxa tags from second to third. Throw from right is cut off. The relay not in time. Oh, if that ball was let through by the shortstop, Kirk, I think they would have had Jaxa. But it was cut off. And instead, the Oregon product is safe at third with 2 gone.
Ooh, that was so close. Almost to where you wonder, was it even worth it at all? And ooh,
real close.
Might have been out.
And Steve Englert is tending to Jaxa right now, just off of the third base bag. He looks like he's holding his leg area, the right leg. He's squinting. I mean, it was a close play, and Jaxa's going to come out of this ball game.
Oh, man.
And that's the last thing you want to see. Jaxa has been such a spark plug for this Mariners team. In just 3 games played so far, he is 5 for 12. And he's on third because he just hit a double to start off this inning. Sean James comes in for him.
The shortstop from Cal Poly, number 12, Nate Castillon.
I will say, when he kind of skipped down the steps of the dugout there from that camera angle, he moved quite well. So you just hope that it was an awkward landing and he's
just being cautious,
playing it safe here in the summer.
Well, it's a big moment for Castillon now. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. It's 1-0 on Castillon, the Cal Poly kid. He has a single today, part of a 1 for 3 day. 1-0. Down in the dirt. That's a good block by Primrose. If one gets by him, this game could be tied. Sean James over there at third base does have speed. James started at second base yesterday for the first time all summer long. 2-0. There's the offering.
pop up to center, shallow. Second baseman Davis is back, but the shortstop Kirk makes the play in the end to retire the side. So the Mariners strand a leadoff double from Braden Jacksa. And we head to the ninth. It's 4-3 Hyannis on Cape League TV.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Welcome back to Whitehouse Field as we go to the ninth in a close 4-3 game. Hyannis over the Mariners. So glad you're tuning in on this Friday evening. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. An announced attendance of 1,012 tonight on First Responders Night here at Whitehouse Field. A great crowd. An excellent
Leading off
atmosphere.
the top of the ninth
They're
inning for
hoping that the new
Hyannis, the
pitcher,
shortstop
Christian
from Fordham,
Rodriguez,
number 34, Taylor
can shut down
Kirk.
Hyannis here in the top of the ninth. Rodriguez, this his fourth appearance on the hill so far this summer. 2 1/3 innings pitched, an ERA of 11.57. He's given up 3 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. He deals home. First pitch is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball inside to Taylor Kirk, the leadoff man, and it's 1-0. Rodriguez ready. He spins and fires. Foul down the right field line, and it's 1-1. I think the most important thing here for C-Rod is to attack the zone and try to limit the free passes. Every time Hyannis has been walked tonight, that sparked the rally, and that's been the backbreaker for the Mariners.
Top 3 for the Harbor Hawks. They're dangerous for power, but they all hit below 200 for average.
1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. High cheese at 95. The velo is up today for Christian Rodriguez.
Rodriguez just committed to Florida International a couple of days ago. Congratulations to him and his family. Moving on from the Florida Gators program. Second year as a Harwich Mariner.
There's the 1-2 pitch. Foul down the right field line again. So it's a battle up there from Taylor Kirk. He is 1 for 4 tonight. Singled and scored his last time up in the 7th.
Rodriguez, a guy who kind of just understands the assignment. He knows the Mariners are down. They're trying to get back up scoreless. He's going to pound the zone and just live with the results.
1-2. Swing and a miss. A curveball downstairs, beautifully placed. And there's one big out to start the ninth.
Credit to Ryan Taff, who had the
The
shutdown.
right
1,
fielder
2, 3
from
inning
Oregon, number
in the
36,
eighth. Now
Jack
it's C-Rod's turn
Jimenez.
to do the same thing.
So Jax Jimenez is up, the number 2 hitter and right fielder for Hyannis. 1 for 3 tonight. He singled back in the 7th and scored as well. Pitch home. There's a check swing on a ball outside. He went around. Joe Labella with the strike call down the third baseline. 0-1. In the ninth for the Mariners, it's 7, 8, and 9. Hotchkiss, O'Leary, and Garrity trying to walk it off here at Whitehouse Field. But before it's Rodriguez, here's the 0-1 pitch.
outside. And it's 1-1 on Jimenez.
7-8-9 for the M's. A lot of power in that 7-8-9, I will say.
One. Hitter shows bunt, and Jimenez pulls back on a ball outside. It's 2-1. Mariners have had one walk-off win so far this season, make that 2. Their last home game actually was a walk-off walk by Sean O'Leary. Peltier had a walk-off hit earlier in the season. 2-1 is outside, back to the fence, and it's 3-1. That latest walk-off walk against Chatham, that was on July 5th. 4-3 Hyannis over Harwich here, top 9, 1 gone. Rodriguez, the pitcher, down in the count, 3-1. He fires home. Swing and a miss. Change up outside. It's 3-2.
Ooh, that was a really good pitch because it forced Jimenez to swing at ball 4. Want to make that count. Double dip. Back-to-back strikes. Challenge the hitter.
Jimenez, the switch hitter, batting lefty. And the payoff delivery. Outside, ball 4. And Jimenez tosses his bat to the Hyannis dugout, and now a one-out runner on for the Harbor Hawks here in the top of the ninth.
From Texas San
Mariners
Antonio,
have done
number
a nice
2,
job
Caden
limiting
Miller.
the walks tonight. The starter Peavy walked 3. His last walk came in the 5th inning. And there hadn't been a walk up until that point right there, where Jimenez gets aboard.
Hitters Caden Miller with Jimenez off of first. He takes his lead. Here's the offering. Jimenez runs, pitches a strike, throw to second. Is a bouncer scooped up by Castillo, not in time. A stolen base for the Oregon product, his 3rd on the season. And now a runner in scoring position for Hyannis.
Yeah, Sean James came into this game to catch as Jack saw left with an injury on the bases in the bottom half of the 8th. So really smart play from Jimenez just to run on the first pitch, challenge the new player into the game.
Caden Miller in the lefty box, 0-1. Fouled right back, it's 0-2. Miller's been hit by 2 pitches tonight in the 4th and the 5th. He singled in the 1st. Popped out to catcher back in the 7th. 1 for 2. Runner on second in Jimenez. Hyannis up 4-3 here, top of the 9th. Rodriguez pauses and fires home. Swing and a miss. Down goes Miller, and a big second out here in the top of the 9th. 2 gone.
Big strikeout, but the job is not done yet. 1 run game going to the bottom 9th. It's
from Central
difficult.
Florida, number 10,
You get the
Jordan
leadoff man aboard,
Lodis.
and now you're really talking. You also always have the tying run at the plate in a 1-run game. If Hyannis and Lodis able to find a hit, bring in Jimenez, it just gets 2 times as tough in the bottom half.
Lodis now the next challenge for Rodriguez. He fires home. Jimenez runs. Pitch, a swing and a miss. Throw to third. Not in time. It's Sean James back behind the plate now for the Mariners. He came in to run in the last inning for Braden Jacksa, who went out with what looked like to be a leg discomfort after he slid into third. 0-1's the count. Right on right matchup. Big hole on the right side of the infield for the hitter Lodis. 0-1. Swinging a foul tip into James' glove, and it's 0-2.
Got to be careful with this 0-2. Stealing third, it may seem insignificant with 2 outs, but we've seen pitches get behind Sean James this year, and Rodriguez has spiked that changeup already in this inning.
Fans clap. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs. So the opposite of a ball down in the dirt, and James is forced to stand to bring that one in.
That's a big play off the bench. That's not easy.
Coming in the mid-90s right there, up near the head, and he peels it in. 1-2, 2 outs. It's Jimenez off of third. Harbor Hawks up 4-3 here in the top of the 9th. Rodriguez fires. Downstairs. It's 2-2, a slider that missed.
Really good take.
Hyannis comes in 9-12. Harwich with a 13-8 record. Here's the 2-2. Strike three called, a fastball in the inside corner at 97. And the Harbor Hawks go down here in the top of the ninth. Christian Rodriguez with 3 strikeouts. And we head to the home half. Mariners trying to walk it off here at Whitehouse Field and right here on Cape League TV.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Welcome back to Whitehouse Field as we head to the bottom of the ninth, and the Mariners are down 4-3, trying to walk it off over the Harbor Hawks. And it's still Truett Webb on the hill for Hyannis. So far out of the bullpen, he's pitched an inning and a third, has allowed just 1 hit, no strikeouts, no walks. And he deals to 7, 8, and 9 in the Harwich lineup. It starts off with Jackson Hotchkiss. It was 1 for 3 on the day. It's funny, his
Leading
last time up in the
of
7th,
inning for the
it was a
Mariners,
single.
The left fielder
He
from
came around to
Washington,
score.
Number 35, Jackson
But his first
Hotchkiss.
2 at-bats of the day in the second and fourth, 2 flyouts that went very deep to the warning track. A home run right here would tie this thing up. Webb set, and he fires home. Upstairs with an off-speed, and it's 1-0. Hotchkiss so far in the season has a pair of home runs, 9 RBIs. 4-3 Hyannis over Harwich here in the bottom of the ninth. 1-0. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 1-1. Still a good crowd on hand here. 1-1 is outside, and it's 2-1. Harwich losers of 3 of their last 4. Hyannis coming off a loss to Falmouth. They lost 9-1. 2-1. Upstairs, and it's 3-1 on Hotchkiss.
Leadoff walk would be a treat.
Webb has yet to walk a batter so far tonight. Here's the 3-1. Fouled right back, and it's 3-2. A good hack from Hotchkiss.
Yeah, he's frustrated. He wanted the fastball, and power hitters like Hotchkiss, if they get ahead in a 3-ball count, they're not thinking about walking. They're thinking about that belt-high fastball that they get a chance to drive, and that time he got it about thigh-high and just missed it.
Payoff pitch on its way from Webb. Swing and a miss. A foul tip into the glove of Primrose. And there's one gone here in the bottom of the ninth.
Really good at-bat from the pitcher.
The first
Webb. He
baseman
falls
from
behind
UMass
one of the
Lowell,
better
number
hitters on the
18,
Mariners,
Sean
3-1,
O'Leary.
and is able to battle back and eventually strike him out. That's a confident pitcher out there in Webb in a one-run game to challenge a hitter like that who has the notoriety of Hotchkiss in this league and collegiately. And the first out is always the toughest one to get, it feels like.
Now it's up to Sean O'Leary. Pitch home. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1.
You do look back to that 8th inning, though, Milo, the leadoff double. If the Mariners can't come back, that's just going to be the one that really stings.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball upstairs. It's 0-2. There's a leadoff double by Braden Jacksa. And like Luke just said, they could not bring him home. 3 straight pop-outs. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 straight strikeouts for Pruitt on the hill, and the Mariners are down to their final out.
That was on 3
The right
straight
fielder
fastballs.
from
I mean, that's
Northeastern,
old
number 3,
school baseball
Ryan
right there.
Garrity.
Here you go. Here's my fast. Let's see if you can catch up to it. He started with 90, then went to 91, and punched him out with 93. That's some confidence on the hill from Webb.
The last tote for the M's is Ryan Garrity. Here's the offering. Broken bat, looper up the middle, shortstop Kirk is there, Fields fires to first in time, and the ball game is over. A nice play by Kirk, the shortstop, who cut off the second baseman Davis. And the Mariners have dropped 3 straight games. They fall to 13-9 on the season. Final score tonight at Whitehouse Field is 4-3 in favor of Hyannis.
Tonight, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks
tough one.
4, the Harwich
7
Mariners
hits tonight for the
3.
Mariners. They tried to get something going. They did in the 2-run
The
7th
Mariners
inning.
return home tomorrow
Look
night
back to that 8th
for a
inning, though.
5:30 p.m.
A
start
4-3
against
loss.
Chatham.
There's a lot of things you can clean up over the course of
Thank
9
you
innings and a
for
lot of
coming out
moments
to
you can
tonight's
point
game.
to.
And as always,
But the
please
defining moments are the
drive home
ones that
safely.
happen in the final innings. And you get Jacksaw, the new guy here, playing in one of his first home games as a Mariner, and he doubles down the line to get things going. They just couldn't get him in to tie things up. And that inning had a lot of promising aspects. The 2-out Larson double to make it a 1-run game. They left him at second base back in the 7th inning. I think you got to give a lot of credit to the Mariners pitchers tonight. Taft and Rodriguez go scoreless in the final 2 innings to keep Harwich in it. Matachat not bad out of the bullpen, but just not enough to beat Hyannis. And the offense, they're the, you could say, victim tonight of the loss once again.
The Mariners fall 4-3. That's the final score. Once again, struggled with runners in scoring position. 6 players left on base for Harwich. And now they have dropped 3 straight games. And the latest to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. It's the first loss of the year for Harwich against Hyannis. They are now 2-1 against the Hawks. Well, that'll just about do it for us here at Whitehouse Field. For our sideline reporter Lily Reisenweber, our producer Sawyer Goldwine, and my partner Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman saying so long. Once again, the Mariners drop it 4-3 the final. We'll see you all tomorrow once again on Cape League TV.